And we are live. Welcome back to the Six Covered. Appreciate you guys showing up. Gonna have a fun night. We got some special guests that you guys probably may or may never have seen before, and should be pretty good. Should be pretty interesting. We'll see what happens with the topics. Remember, you guys are driving the questions, which will drive the chat. So if you have questions on something, make sure you put them out there, and hopefully we can get to it. If we know the answer, we'll help you out, and if we don't, then we don't. So we got the famous KB32s in the house. Say hi, KB.
Hi. I'm not in yet.
You're an interesting guy. And we got the famous X-Ray.
Same old.
So let's have some fun. We got Texas Bullet, Scott Hoffman, Abigail's out there, John Townley, the Shaggy Rifleman, Alaska One, Andy. Mr. Baldwin Curious, how you doing, Val? Tim Davis. And the other Tim Davis was the first one here, so congratulations, sir. Robert Warren, 45 Auto, and the famous Silver Fox is out there. Daniel got as my judge. Silver Fox, which came first, the chicken or the egg? That's a good question, Mr. Silver Fox.
Was it fried?
Fox, you would know more than I would.
Was the chicken fried or boiled or baked?
What's up, Texas Bullet?
Texas Bullets out there. All right, so interesting stuff. We got KB. He's been buying all sorts of gizmo gadgets. He's been building AR since he was 3 years old in the Freedom Shack, and I think he's on AR 492,375.
Almost. Yeah. It's so funny because you build one that costs $350, and then you build another one that costs a lot more than that. And it's just it's interesting. It's all in the process and the value, what people think is important.
All right, DW knows the answer to this one, Silver Fox. So DW, let it rip, buddy, and we will put it out there. It's good to see you guys out there. Baldwin Curious has a question here that says, and Ray and KB, if you guys didn't know, I actually changed the chat name to something like, whatever, watching the DNC Commission, I already feel drummer. I got it, Jason. All right, so let's get back over to what I was trying to click on, which was Baldwin Curious has a question. It says, here's a question. Can you run 2 miles? I can run 2 miles, but I ain't going to be happy about it. Calling all three of you out in the next video. Well, you can call us all out. And
really?
I could use the exercise, but more than likely I won't do it. I'd rather spend the time shooting.
Well, I can run 2 miles plus another 3 with a 50-pound ruck, so I'm calling you out.
There you go. Yeah, you got to remember X-Ray. He might look like a, he's got some gray on that head of his. But I tell you what, he just did the 30-mile sniper match. Last month, 2 months ago, something like that. So pretty sure he'll be okay.
God,
yeah, I think I can handle that.
All he'll need is a couple donuts and a Diet Coke, and if we stage those along that trail, he'd be good to go.
It's pretty sick. I actually ran. My son and I went out yesterday and jogged, not run, jogged a mile at his middle school track. So I just told him, I said, that's the goal, man. As we continue moving forward and get a little healthier, at least get some muscle build up on the legs, man.
Yeah, four laps should be a mile, depending on the track. We have to do in 45 minutes. We got to carry a 45-pound pack for 3 miles.
Yeah,
is that right? So 4 miles. It's 12 laps. 12
laps, 3 miles.
Yeah, 3 miles.
Yeah.
Let's see. So there was no doubt in my mind about X-Ring. Baldwin Curious, he finally exercises a little bit, and now he wants to call everybody out. But
he's a freak of nature anyway.
He is a freak of nature.
I will tell you this. I would like to see X-Ring run 2 miles with me piggyback.
Nope, not happening. I'm done. I'm done.
Right, see, I knew there was a threshold.
I will be the cameraman on this one.
Yeah, there you go.
KB, I'll carry you next time.
There you go.
What up,
Military,
Brad? 429.
Oh my
Yeah.
God.
I don't know about that. You got to call the ambulance after I got done. In the military at Bragg, we ran 6 miles before breakfast.
Yeah, up and down Ardennes. That was the main drag. That's where everybody ran.
Hey, there's a good question by Cardinal Puff. Cardinal Puff, you can take 6.5 Grendel ammo and just run it in a 6-arc die and make 6-arc brass. If you're looking for an easier way to do it, that's how you do it.
That's real good to know because I got a ton of 6mm 6.5 Grendel. Thank you, Ray.
You're welcome.
Voila.
Another
Damn,
thing.
I tell you what, that's been the most valuable evening I've actually had in a while.
You may not be familiar with this chat, KB, but sometimes we learn lots of cool stuff on this channel.
Oh, I listen
Usually
to it.
not for me, but I'm more like the show host, and then I bring all you guys on with all the knowledge. Ooh, perfect. That looks like a 6mm.
It is. I was showing this to Ray earlier, which is kind of cool. If y'all want to see something.
Oh, is that a burger bullet?
Yep. This is a 105 burger.
Woo! I'm hot tonight.
So that is a 55 grain. The little one's a 55 grain. I don't know if I need to point it. Hold on. I'm going to point that out to you guys. I'm going to show you something. You learned something tonight.
Let me show
look
you
something. Look how little bitty that 55 grain is. And look at this 6mm. That is like a freaking missile.
I wonder which one's going to buck the wind a little better.
Well, I tell you what. I was talking to Mr. Eagle Eye last night, and he was like, yeah, man, they've had some pretty good success with the 105s. And then I actually went over to my local. They had a bunch of the 105s because no one's buying them. But I bought the last 500 bullets. Hold on one second, because this is how they sell them.
They sell them like that?
Hey, John, aren't you glad I shared that info with you?
I was going to say, I would not know about this place if it were not.
I've never been there yet, and there's really no reason to even go there because you already bought everything.
Not right now. I mean, here's the thing. They sold out of all the small rifle primers, and now they're down to this. So I was like, you know what? I'll just buy one of those boxes. And I don't load 6.5 Creedmoor a whole lot anymore. But I've been running over there about every other day picking up primers. I'm up to about 45,000 primers now, which I think will get me through the year, maybe another whatever. But the way they're talking about, man, the ammo is not going to be around for a long time to come.
It's going to be slingshots and rocks. So get proficient. I want to give a shout out to Joaquin Jack Navas out there. He is driving, so drive safe, my friend. Let's see. Abigail walked 3 miles today, 2 of those with 20-something pounds. You go, girl.
Well, I cannot answer this question completely, but LZUSA asks who makes the best 6mm arc rifle. What I can tell you is that Santan, whenever they get the barrels in from Proof, is offering a rifle, and I believe it has a 20, it might be a 20 or 24-inch Proof carbon wrap barrel with their billet upper and lower. That's going to have to be a good shooter, I would think.
The longest barrel that Proof is going to make 6mm arc is an 18-inch.
Okay, then it's 18 because they've got it on their site.
Yeah, when you asked me about that thing being a 16, I was like, oh God. And there is a 16 on there, and I pulled a couple of barrels out. Yeah, and it was like 23. And all. It has nothing to do with the length, and you freaked me out. I mean, I was like, you got to be kidding me, man.
Larry, if you're trying to do the stray lock, it's going to be center of the scope to center of bore of the barrel for your height.
Yeah, just get it close, and most of your ARs are, depending on your rings and all all that. Just if you don't know, guess somewhere between 2.5 to 2 3/4 inches, and it's going to get you pretty darn close.
Yeah.
Got Applied Performance Shootings out there. He's quite the pistol shooter. So go check out his channel if you haven't yet. Every once in a while he'll do a live chat, but he'll take it down. But he's fun to watch.
Oh man, Andrew's in here.
Go ahead.
Yeah, I sent Andrew a thing.
What's up, Skunk 8?
A link. Skunk Ape's out there? What the hell? Skunk Ape. Let's see. Shaggy Rifleman's here. LZ USA. Jerry Parker. I think I got everybody. Cardinal Puff. Cardinal Puff. Let's see. Yeah, he's using the exact Santan setup, 18-inch proof barrel. All right. So yesterday's workout was speed mowing, pushing a 30-pound mower at a half sprint in 90-degree heat. That's what the guys did the other day, man. It was hot as shit out here, and they're running around getting the lawns done. They were hauling booty. Motorboaters out there. What's up? Oh, hey, gun guy says he's coming in.
Show everybody that picture right there.
Hold on one second. Look at that pretty thing. Oh, you got your official handguard. When are you gonna call that the KB handguard and just get them made for you, so you don't have to do that shit every time?
They are gonna start putting the KB on the end of it, which would be pretty kind of cool, I think.
That is cool.
No, I'm just joking. But
Red October.
We are running tests on it this week, and then Ray's actually going to come up here the next couple weeks, and I'm going to hand it off to him, the master, and get his intake on it and let him take it home and play with it. It'll be a lot of fun.
Nice.
Yeah, it'll be good.
I'm still waiting on my bolt gun and 6 arc. If you guys don't watch Eagle Eye with Kenny, my rifle's been delayed just a little bit. One of the gears on his lathe broke, and he said, I'm just going to stop. And there was no damage done or anything else, but he's got the part coming on Thursday. But I know with the rifle he's been testing, he's been getting .3s. That's pretty darn good with CFE. And I'm looking forward to that. It'll be a good build.
That's, from what I've heard, that's going to be can I just say it? It's going to be a sick.
Yeah. I think I've decided just to go with a 27-inch barrel on it. He was wanting to push it out to 30, and I think 27 will be fine.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can't wait to mess with my new rifle that I'm 3,000 miles away from. So what do you mean, what am I getting? It's the coolest thing on YouTube.
Oh, I know it's cool still.
Ray has it at his house. I just got to go get it.
I normally I don't get jealous, but I'm gonna tell you that, man, that he did a marvelous job on that thing, especially with blending the muzzle brake in on it.
Yeah, it looks nice. I'm excited. I just want to shoot the damn thing. So I got a contest going here you guys didn't know about, and I didn't really officially know about it, but I am willing and able to do a tea drink off with the Shaggy Rifleman. So maybe we can get him on here, not today because I just ate dinner, but we'll do I don't know, maybe we'll come up with like a gallon or half a gallon, and Sue can power down the tea first. All right. Pretty sure I've been practicing for this day for a long time, gentlemen.
There's a question by Applied Performance, and he asked, and one of you guys might be able to answer this, about the Mossberg 940 JM shotguns. I'm going to go ahead and be clear with everybody. I don't shoot many, or haven't shot many Mossberg anything. Just never been a big Mossberg guy. Just never had been around them. So maybe you guys can chime in.
Only thing I've heard. Now I've seen them run really well, but I've heard them called the Jam-O-Matics for JM. I have heard that, but I don't shoot one. I haven't had issues with one. I do shoot a Stoger, and I also shoot a Benelli, but I don't shoot those, so I don't want to say plus or minus, but I have heard, and I'm not saying it's correct or it's true, but I have heard it called the Jam-O-Matic.
Jam
That's
Pro
it.
is what they call it.
Yeah.
And
Plus
I don't know
five's
if
got
it's talking about the 940, but I guess the older Jerry Michalik Mossberg shotgun, typically when someone showed up at one of those at a 3-gun match, the most common problem I saw is that it was almost like the chamber wasn't large enough or something. But what would happen is a live round would go in, you'd fire it, it would rip the back of the case off, and now you have an empty hole stuck in your chamber with no way to remove it. You could rack the bolt as many times as you want. The trick was to take a pocket knife and use it as a pry bar, which you're not supposed to do, and try to get it out of there. Half the times it would break the tip of the knife off. That's been my experience with a lot of the Mossbergs.
Three gun.
You need a donut. What's up, Andrew? How you doing today?
Hey, gentlemen, I'm better.
Is the Viking in on board, buddy? You feeling good?
Just flex roll tonight, guys.
Oh,
The only thing, let's see. What's your thoughts on the since you just jumped in the 930 JM shotgun by Mossberg?
940. The update.
Oh, 940. Sorry.
Don't have any personal experience with them, but the people that I know that have them have had very good luck with them, and for the money, they're hard to beat to get into the 3-gun game.
There you go. There's another opinion.
There it is.
Just depends on, there could be one guy that had one problem, and he's a famous YouTuber, say KB, right? And he blasted around there, and it really gets out. But it was only one issue, say.
Jeez. Look at Carcane's comment. Oh, jeez.
Carcane, what the hell? 940 is supposed to be a huge improvement over the 930. Supposedly, you get 3 times as long. So I don't know. People have their opinions, but that's what I've heard. And sounds like I'm on the right track. What's up, Richard Hedges? How you doing today?
Let me see if I can get the comments up here.
Ordinary, every day's out there.
Asking about the Area 419 Maverick. I have not had an opportunity to play with that. That's always that fine line between, do you want the muzzle brake or do you want the suppressor? That one will do both. But I think with this PRS game, you really don't want a suppressor. I mean, why throw extra Mirage out at the end of your barrel, which is exactly what's going to happen.
Muscat Merv's asking me about kidney stones. I don't think I think one time I passed a small kidney stone, but as much tea as I have, there's probably one about this big in my kidney, so that ain't coming out. I'm just building me a new rock. Yeah, Abigail wants a belt-fed shotgun.
Oh my God! I tell you what was impressive was when Rob brought that Dissonant down to the multi-gun nationals. He didn't have a whole lot of problems with his, but I've seen and talking about belt-fed shotguns. I mean, you got a mag. How many rounds does that mag hold?
20.
It's just stupid. I was thinking about trying to go shoot open just to get some experience with the SIG, and I was going to throw a thing on the 45 degree or what, dude. All right, sleep pill is kicking in.
All right, hold on one sec before you get all vagina on me and run away. Andrew, KB, or John?
Andrew. I'm John.
Nice to meet you, John.
All right.
Been watching your videos for a long time, John.
My condolences, man. I don't
Yeah,
know.
I am so sorry to hear that.
I don't have much of a life, so it's okay.
What happened to let's see, the Elfster's out there. Let's see if he can play for a little while before he gets in trouble with his girlfriend. Let me take a picture here, and I'm gonna send old Knuckle McGavin a thing here. Let's see.
Oh, by the way, Rick.
Yeah.
When we do shoot this thing,
Are we gonna ever practice, or are you just what the hell?
I'm gonna have to get up there. I'll probably take a day or two and just come up there. Why don't you ride up here with Ray?
That's fine.
Where are we gonna
Where the hell are we gonna shoot at?
Huh?
Just shoot around Charlotte, like street signs
No,
and shit? Or, I mean, what are we
We'll talk
doing?
about it later. But listen, you're so funny. You're gonna hate me, man. We'll find out more tomorrow. But that muzzle brake, 'cause I'm not
Oh,
running.
you're a dick.
You're
Oh,
gonna
that's
hate me. Oh my God, you're gonna hate me. So is everybody else.
No, you need a suppressor for that one. I need to be able to communicate.
You can communicate. You're just gonna have to clear the ringing out of your
You're
ears.
gonna be this the whole time.
Yeah.
That's what it's gonna be. This is gonna mean all sorts of stuff, like 2 tenths up, 2 tenths down.
2 tenths up, 2 tenths up, 2 tenths down, 2 tenths right.
There's another good question that came up.
Funny man over here.
There's another good question about OSS suppressors and reducing mirage. I know this is something that Andrew knows a lot about, and I've played a lot with the OSS suppressors, but I don't think it helps mitigate any mirage. They still get hot as crap. It just helps mitigate overpressuring of your gas system, and that's pretty much it. But it still gets hot as crap, burn you.
Thanks, TB, for the great comment. Yeah, if you guys get a chance, hit that thumbs up button. You do have to jump out, hit the button, come back in. Definitely helps out. Gets more people, more questions, more comments. Could be a good thing, could be a bad thing.
I'll get Rick just to hold a blanket over the muzzle while I'm shooting. Put a pillow over top of it.
Yeah.
All right, Andrew. Andrew,
Yep.
what's your impression of the OSS and mirage?
I think anytime you put any piece of metal out on the end of the barrel that's higher than the barrel, you're closer to your line of sight, and it's going to be hot, and you've got mirage problems. It just is what it is.
That's it.
It's a big heat sink, and it's going to get hot. OSS, yeah, it flows through the gas, but not the heat. I mean, it'll probably run about maybe I can't even put a percentage number on it, but it would have to reduce a little bit, but I don't think it's enough that you can really tell the difference.
Yeah, guys, one of the things I've noticed, and anybody that does any type of long range shooting or shooting a lot with suppressors, it only takes a handful of rounds and you've got mirage coming off of that thing.
They're hot.
They're really hot, especially 5.56, 6 Creedmoor, 6.5, 6-7 rounds. It's hot enough to be a hot potato.
Hot potato.
Hot potato.
We were playing around with stuff. We made some Inconel baffle stacks on our SLM machine, Ray.
Yeah.
We toyed around with some Inconel on that, and we made some pretty sturdy baffle stacks for some suppressors that somebody was trying out. And let me tell you something: once you get that shit hot, it stays hot.
Yeah.
It's like cooking in cast iron, for God's sake.
How many of you guys have used, like when you buy a Tika, it basically has the little hook on the front of the muzzle brake that goes, it's basically, I call it a curtain, but they make that heat shield that goes across. How many of you guys have used that before? Does it work? Is it worth it? Is it the dumbest thing ever? Like, give me your guys' thoughts on it. I've never used one. I'm here to learn. And these people out here may be wanting to learn that same exact thing. And
I have actually used one.
And
it will help. However, it's not going to work in your application.
I've seen guys do bench rest.
2 tenths up.
And they do a lot of, we get groundhog shoots out here, and they use it for that. It's like an 1.5 to 2 inch wide plate that runs the length of the barrel. And it's like a heat sink for the barrel, kind of, but it dissipates and makes the mirage supposedly go to the side as opposed to straight up.
Yeah, I was thinking it would work.
They work.
It works, but not
they
for
definitely
you.
work. And the ones that I used were a fabric material, and basically it's just trying to, like KB said, is kind of get that heat off to the side. But that's what you're going to see in a lot of like Olympic style shooting, things like that, positional, but not something that you're throwing in a ruck or jumping in the back of a truck.
What we will do, if you start running into a mirage situation, Rick, I'll pee on the barrel, and that'll keep it off quite a bit. So no problems there. You know
Between your
how
muzzle break and you pissing on my barrel, I don't know if I want a new partner.
you should have seen these guys. They got ranked real high up there, and claims that the urine smell was the one thing that made him hurry up.
Holy hell, I don't know. This is going to be quite an adventure. I need to wear a rain jacket while I'm shooting with no rain. It's more of a piss what would you call it? Shelter. We got the Elsters
the golden shower stage.
Going to bed. You have a good night, Mr. Todd Elster. Brian Duchesne's in the house. What's going on? How do silicon suppressors covers work? Got one coming. The Armageddon ones. I don't know what this. I've never tried the silicone ones.
All right, I got one more to go, and then I'm out of here. But
one more drink.
I'm drinking beer. I'll have a beer. Just when I get done with my long drives, I'll just have a beer. Just kind of help me. Burr.
Have a burr.
I've been on the wagon for 3 weeks.
My wife and one of my neighbors decided they were going to go on the 28-day challenge, and my wife lasted 2 days. Yeah.
Coltac heat shields. Do they work? I like the Coltac stuff. I've never tried their heat shields though.
I got a couple Coltac products coming. I got their backbone bag frame and the flat bag.
What up, Otter?
Yeah, I've got one coming too.
What bags you got coming? The flat bag?
The flat bag.
With the backbone?
The backbone.
Nice.
I bought it. I didn't have time to go and pull myself out. But
I got a new bag that I haven't tried yet that's at Ray's house.
We'll get together on the bags.
Yeah, the Coltac is a good one. I used that quite a bit at the Hornady match, and I ordered one. It should have already been here, but the clamp that they use for their ARCA is made by Area 419, and they're running behind on the clamps. So mine should be here this week, but that was the best bag I've used so far.
The flat bag or which one?
I went with the flat wax bag that goes in the backbone.
Yeah. So I was looking at the 419 and that thing with the clamp on the side of it that had the spreader bars that you put the big bag on it.
That's the big bag.
Yeah, I was like, I don't think I want to have any. What we're doing is not PRS. It's just we're going to be moving and shaking and baking. And I just wanted something that was a little bit more conducive to what that event was for.
Yeah, the bag I got was a thin one, and it's 1 pound, so it's not going to be too much extra weight.
Mm-hmm.
What's up, Thomas? How you doing? And I don't know. I haven't tried it yet, so we'll see. Ray says it sticks really well. It's a sticky bag on the bottom, but he says it's not very thick, so it may tear.
I did not get the sticky bag with the wax coating on it. I don't know enough about this stuff, man. I just set up, and next thing I know, the next morning I had a bunch of stuff that was coming my way. I was like, yay!
You guys,
somebody has got to convince Osprey to make a bag that we could use.
He said you guys are slacking out there. He definitely is the sergeant at arms, master at arms, sergeant at arms.
Yeah, so plus five asks the question about the Area 419 Hellfire brake.
Where's plus 5 at?
And that was my first time using that brake in a competition because, like you, I usually use the suppressor, and I was extremely and continue to be extremely impressed with that brake. It's one of the best brakes I've ever used on a precision rifle.
Plus 5. Yeah, buddy.
Oh, wow.
Is that your new baby, Rick?
Yeah. My new baby that's going to go on top of my other baby. And I actually ordered LRA, the mount for the Send It. So it'll be pretty. It's going to be set up pretty damn sweet. It has a little.
Now hold up. Which Send It did you get?
The new one, the one that
Okay,
comes.
the MV3.
Yeah, the 3.
Yeah, because that perch mount only works with the MV3. So if you have the older LRA Send It's, it will not work with it.
Yeah, I got
Just
the
so
newer
you know.
one.
Good deal.
Yeah, appreciate it. Yeah, I had to buy a $60 bracket that was just a piece of aluminum with the L bracket on it.
Yep.
I was like, ow, son of a bitch. But
It would have cost you $600 had you had to make it yourself.
yeah, well, really nice guy gave me this, so I figured I might as well get what it's supposed to have on it. And then I'm actually going to have room, because the issue with my PRS rifle is I got nowhere to mount stuff. So I was lucky enough to be given a spur mount, which is huge. And now I got holes all over this thing I can mount stuff to. So this is really, really, really going to help me out. So kudos.
Yeah, Nair R. Let me butt in real quick because it kind of follows up with Andrew's question from earlier. Nair R said he used to work for Osprey, and there's no chance they're going to contribute to the shooting community. And I was actually going to comment that because there's only a couple of companies that really do that and support more than most people realize. One is Patagonia. Believe it or not, they're huge in the law enforcement and military communities, especially special operations. You also have Outdoor Research, and you also have Arc'teryx. Those are 3 big names that help in the military, and Kelty as well. Yeah.
Yep. It's too bad. Osprey makes great stuff. They make just perfect stuff.
Some of the best packs around.
Absolutely.
Chris Smith, what's going on? Our boy. It looks like, and maybe Ray can confirm this, I did see on the Unknown Sniper Challenge, it looked like Microtech was going to be a sponsor, it looked like?
Yes, we are a sponsor for that. Yeah, for sure. We sponsor. This will be our first year sponsoring that event, but we talked to those guys that reached out to us, and we said we would do that. And so I talked to the others, and they said, "Yeah, let's do it." So
nice,
good stuff.
Very nice. This is a good question for some. I know there's a bunch of different companies out there. Applied Ballistic depends on what you're looking for. If you're going to hang it off 2x4s or T-posts, the ones Ray uses, and he can chime in a second, but they go right on to the T-post head, and it's completely protected. And there's basically a hole with a hook that comes through. We've never knocked one off. They work really good. But if you're looking for other kind of targets, Shooting Target 7 has some stuff with like straps and that. And I know John uses another company. Actually, where the hell do you point to John at? John over there uses a different company, but you guys and Andrew could probably chime in as well.
What are you talking about?
Steel targets.
Let me go ahead and answer that. So guys, I've used targets from pretty much every company around. I really have. And it really, like what Rick said, it depends on what you're looking for. So the targets that I use more than any other targets for long range style shooting that you're only going to have to buy once are going to be the targets from Best Targets. Literally, that's the name. BEST Targets. They're out of Mooresville, North Carolina. They use those down at Benning. They use those at most of your sniper matches. And the difference is it's not a cheap little shepherd hook. It is AR 500 that's cut 3 times, sandwiched together, bolted, and it makes the hanger. So even the hanger, there's no welding, there's no compromise to the Brunel hardness. I mean, Andrew knows exactly what I'm talking about. These guys go in, they start cutting them, and it basically softens the edges. But basically, that's your hook system. It goes right on top of a cheap T-post that you can get at any home improvement store. You cut them to length, you put your target on there, it's not coming off. We shoot them with 338s, 6.5, 6mm Creedmoor. They're not coming off. Those are probably the best targets. But if you're looking for something, literally, but if you're looking for something like that, know your limits target, I'm really impressed with that one from Shooting Target 7. I haven't seen a KYL that's been that solid. We took it out the other day at 500, and we're shooting it, and you're not going to hurt that thing either. That's my take on it.
No, and I have the rimfire version, and man, that thing is so much fun. We use that for training all the time. I mean, and it's cheap training with the 22 and it works great.
I'll tell you what I've started using just because I got sick and tired of running up and down the range and carrying T-posts in the back of my car on a tote. Because I had to cut them down to about 30 inches in length and sharpen them with a post. And I went and bought a couple sticks of 1/4 inch all thread and cut them up in like 18 inches, made just S hooks out of them. And honestly, it's like if I shoot one, who cares? You go up there, replace it. But I just used it twice now doing videos, but it saves me 20 minutes, 30 minutes out of my day. Plus, having to haul shit, pack it up, do whatever. And right now, I've got the guys coming out here to the job site. We're going to take a trip to Lowe's, but I'm going to make a storage bin that instead of having a big plastic tote in the back seat of my car, because I carry 10 or 12 pieces of steel back there, I'm going to make this tote because I use 10-inch round targets. And all you have to do is just drop them in one piece at a time. They'll stand upright. You got to latch it so you can carry them. Maybe weigh 120 pounds.
I will say that there is not a man on earth. Now, please listen to this. There's not a man on earth that can get more shit inside KB's car than he can. I have seen that thing where there's not even enough room for the driver.
That's the story of my life.
Like a clown car of shooting stuff, huh?
Yeah, you have no idea. I was sitting up down at the farm, man. I got a 6-man tent, and it was 110 degrees, and they were like, "What else you got in that car?" And I said, "I've got some 310 drop cord. It was about that thick." I'm like, holy shit, what's that for? And I pulled out my air conditioner. So I had an air conditioner in my tent. I was like, oh.
Yeah.
I ended up sleeping in one of the mini campers that were down there. But yeah, man.
Applied got a Tika on the way. Nice. Congrats.
Hey, real quick. So Brian Duchesne made a comment. He said, "Don't buy the 1/4 inch, buy the half." I always try to go with 1/2 inch. If you go cheap on this stuff, I know it's not cheap, but you're not going to have to replace it if you buy really good steel. If you try to skimp on it, that's going to be a problem in the long run.
Yeah, because you can have that idiot buddy that shoots it with something that he's not supposed to shoot it with.
Hey, you know what? Here's the whole thing. Go ahead, Ray.
Just real quick. John has the ability to drive to most of his range with his car. We've got to trek up the side of a mountain, and unless you've got the Ranger or something, you're carrying some really heavy steel. And so, for us, you want to set it up and be done with it. You don't want to have to go up there again if a target falls off, especially if it's a match situation.
Actually, if it falls off, we don't even go up there again. It's just done for the day.
You're not going back up there. Yeah,
we're not going back up there. Yeah. That is a true fact.
Yeah, Robert. Rob says get a milk crate. That's a good idea, but one of the things I want to do is I want to be able to drop it into the this holder. I've got an idea of what I want because I'm trying to conserve space. I'm sick and tired of having so much crap all over the place. But what I want to do is take it with the hanger and slide it in position and unhook it, so I don't have to touch the steel. I've got a good friend of mine, Ray, will attest to this. He's handled steel for 20 years on a daily basis after he shot it, and he's going through a lead situation right now. So I'm trying to mitigate touching the steel because if I got it in this box, I can paint it, seal it, but then all I got to do is my S hook is reach down here, hook it, pull it out, hang it, and that's all I got to do. But that's really and truly one of the reasons why I want to do this, and then maybe market it down the road as a steel carrier. If you got it in your car,
I fall short on that. You really should have a pair of gloves, where you're handling all the steel, putting it back, whatever, and then afterwards you can take it off, wash your hands, that kind of stuff. But
absolutely, and hand sanitizer does not take lead off of your hands. It just moves it around and dries it on a different place. Thomas Rowland, yes, you're correct. That's pretty much the only choice, unless you go in and do some clipping of springs yourself.
Yeah. Thanks for answering that.
One thing I'll chime in here, when you're looking for targets and target steel, not all AR 500 is created equal either. You've got to be careful. Some of it's only surface hard because it's an abrasion resistant plate. It's not an armor steel. It's used in the mining industry to line chutes and places that are under high wear. So AR 500 can be a misnomer. It's not always hard all the way through either. So be careful of what you're buying. We've tested
Correct.
a whole bunch of them.
Correct. And do not buy any steel that has 90-degree cuts in it. Okay. Especially you'll see this on heads and shoulder transitions. If it has a 90-degree cut, do not buy that steel. It will shatter and it will start breaking at that 90 degree. It needs to have a radius to it.
Correct.
You're talking about the edges being rounded?
No. What I'm talking about is, let's say you have a torso-shaped target, and it has a square-looking head, and then it transitions to the shoulders. That needs to be a radius, not a 90 degree.
Yeah.
Yeah, and one last thing, real quick. Shibalsiki asked about a 90 degree or a 45 degree offset on a DMR gun, or go over the top with the scope. I'm going to wholeheartedly recommend that you go with a 45 degree rather than peeking over the top, because you're going to lose your spot weld here. It's horrible. It does work, okay? The guys with the Trigicons that have the RMRs, it works. But it's faster to transition 45. Just make sure you function that rifle, because believe it or not, 45 degrees rolled over on the left on an AR can sometimes make that ejection pattern where it'll jam your gun. I've seen it time and time again, especially guys that have adjustable gas blocks that tune them down.
Yeah, Shibal, I did one on I have a Reaper with a red dot on top, and we tried it, remember, Ray, on the 22, and it sucked because you had to lift your face up off the stock.
Yeah. I'm actually going to run a 45 degree while we're down there, because you never know. I'm running at 6-30, which is not going to be conducive to shooting. Hey, Ray, do you recall did you have to shoot anything 50 yards in on the last Snipers Unknown?
I don't recall.
All right.
I think we're gonna have heavy high
Those
angle
were pistols. Anything 50 yards in was pistol.
All right. I'm just thinking, because I've got some one of the viewers. They're actually from Asheboro, but they're shooting. He and 3 of the guys are shooting in it, and they're holding a class prior to it. It's 2-day class, $300 to go over all the stuff that's going to happen down in at that match.
That's freaking cheating. Make sure you take notes.
Yeah. I said, hey, when y'all get done, how about give me a holler? Because here's my phone number, my address. Let's just make sure everybody gets it done.
I think we're gonna have heavy, steep angled, elevated platform shooting.
Nah. They got the one tower down there, but that's it.
Oh, so the other Tim Davis says the thumbs up button is right under John's frame. So you don't even have to leave the chat for a minute to hit the thumbs up button.
That's right.
Somewhere
right there.
So thanks, Tim Davis.
The other Tim Davis. Is there a difference between Tim Davis and the other Tim Davis, or the Tim Davis?
Yeah, I told this story a while ago. It's him and his twin brother. His twin brother was born 15 minutes before him. He's kind of the hellion of the group, but the other Tim Davis he's the nice one.
Yeah.
Just so you know.
He's
Anyone know? Well, this is a good question for KB right here.
For the mil-spec triggers?
Oh.
Andrew?
The majority of Wilson and Arrow probably buy all their mil-spec triggers from the same company.
Remember, a mil-spec trigger is supposed to be a mil-spec trigger is supposed to be a mil-spec trigger. There's a standard, and they're all supposed to be very similar. Are some better than others? Yeah, maybe.
Yeah. I tell you what, I have built a few ARs in my day, I mean, honestly, Seaman G, they make a great mil-spec trigger. Who else? I'm trying to think of who has the best. Double Star, their lower parts kit comes with an amazing lower a trigger. If they're, and the biggest thing you got to look at is if the hammer and where the trigger has a ledge right here, and those have to be perfectly honed. And if it doesn't matter if it's a 7.5 pounds, if it's smooth, it's going to have a clean break, and it's just you're not going to get a lot of catches.
Richard Hedges out wondering how I'm dodging everything. I've been sending everybody else. I get to go home in 2 days, so I'm going to try to make that happen for sure. There's the answer to that, my friend. I want to get home and shoot my damn new rifle. I already got people coming in to cover my position for someone that's supposed to be relieving me, so he's out on the fires right now.
Hey, which rifle are you going to run in that in the SUC? SUC.
I'm going to run the Tika. I think. Yeah, I'm going to run the Tika. Unless you want to carry my rifle. Do I have to do much running and carrying with? I don't have to do much running, right? It's a sniper's unknown, though. You can't run around with a silver barrel, for hell's sakes, right?
All right.
I don't think they're going to have anybody shooting at you.
Yeah, I know. I don't know.
They should have people with paintball guns, like in the corners. At least, give you some, making it interesting. Get tagged in the head a couple times.
Suck to be, though.
Yeah, so LZ USA makes a comment.
I took it off for the Nationals. It hasn't been on yet. It hasn't been put back on yet.
Yeah.
You may want to leave that off.
Yeah, guys, if you haven't practiced with an oversized magazine release with your grip, you need to do that at a range for a while before you show up to a match, because that's when the hands get all everywhere and mags start falling out. And
guys, don't be making fun of my COVID fat, all right? just because you guys have been working out your COVID and you don't have a COVID fat, and when I go to grip that gun and my little fat over here wants to push that button.
I've only had a mag fall out on me like 2 or 3 times in the competitions, but that's my fault. I mean, the last 2-3 guns that I've been to, I haven't had any issues out of. But I will tell you, I would rather have it and be able to use it on transitions. Because you can dump a mag real fast, man. It's nice, but you just got to make sure you're conscious and get. Actually, what I'm doing this week is I'm dry fire practicing, draw stroke practice. I'm not going to do any shooting, and then I've got to take my other one. I think I actually left the SIG at the house because I don't want to touch it until after this next 3 gun, and then I'm going to start really concentrating on doing the transition, everything over to that.
Easy, Shaggy.
We're going to a match this weekend. Rick and I, they're having one. It's the first time they've ever done it. They're calling it a 2-gun, and it's going to be AR and pistol. It is limited round count. So you've got 21 rounds rifle, 21 pistol. You have 2 bays where you're going to be shooting that format. 21 rifle, 21 pistol. Rifle has to be slung. Then you go over to the long range bay with your same carbine, and you'll shoot out to 300. Then you'll shoot pistol out to like 50. Then you'll shoot out to 600. But they said you can use any rifle you want for 12 targets. So we're all switching to our bolt guns. So we can get those 12 targets.
Hey, just so you guys know, too, VOD is running their first PRF 22 rimfire competition on the freaking day I fly home. Assholes. So it is in practice for. I went to sign up. I saw it on the Facebook for the Eastern PRS, whatever the hell it's called, and I was like, son of a bitch. So it's on the 12th of September if you guys are around to shoot it. I might have to fly home early for that one.
Speaking of BOD or DOD or whatever the hell you call that place,
VOD.
I was talking to Ray this weekend because I've got the Kestrel and I've got the Leica 2800, but we started talking about binos. So I started looking at binos, and oh gosh, there's one company I'm ready to pull the trigger on it. But then we started talking about it. Called Ray, and I was like, Ray, what are your thoughts on this? He goes, a lot of guys are going with the 3000. And, so I was pulling up reviews on that, and I saw this guy. He's got it's a short video. It's filmed vertically, but it's one of the best ones on that Kilo 3000. He goes, yeah, I'm out here. This is Frank's range. I was like, looking at it, I was like, oh, that looks familiar. So I backed it up. I was like, oh, that's the range up there where Ray and Rick shoot. But anyway, that's where we're gonna go, Rick.
Yeah, we need to.
Yeah, we do. Be
competitive. To the mountain. Get your ass to the mountain so we can go.
About 10 years ago, I did a job. I did a job for Bushnell.
I fly home the 19th, so I'll be on an airplane all day that day. But after that, I'll be.
Well, get on up here to PA, and
no.
1,000-yard range. It's only 8 hours away. No problem. Yep. Come on.
Where are you at in PA?
Well, my range that I shoot at is near Lewistown. It's called Mifflin County Sportsman's Association.
My range.
What are you near? I'm not going to Google it real quick. What are you close to?
You know where Harrisburg is?
Of course, yeah.
Go an hour northwest.
Oh. Okay.
Ooh.
It's that range is it's $90 for out of state a year. So it's a pretty good venue, and you can go there during no one's there.
I'd get there once in a year.
Can you shoot in a mask? DW asks. You can.
Yes,
hell, I had to work the whole time in a mask today. So yeah, anything is possible.
Well, what you do is you just have somebody hold it up in front of the target, and then you shoot in it.
There you go. That's what I'm talking about. What up, Ramsey Country? Ramsey Country, you working tonight? Or you got the day off? Plus 5 says 6 arc. Seems like such a good cartridge. Do you foresee the top PRS shooters switching to 6 arc or staying the same?
The only thing I'm going to say is that the potential is there because, like I said, that thing's based around a cartridge that's been around for like 40 years. It's not going to be a barrel burner from what we're seeing. And you can get that 2,900 feet per second, which as long as you're that 2850, 2,900, I think you'll be fine. Ramsey Country would be one that can chime in on this, but you're shooting, a 108 class bullet, 2,900 feet per second, long barrel life, maybe upwards of 3,000 rounds. How could it not be? It's almost like it's too good to be true.
You're always late, conservative sniper says.
So you guys were talking about binoculars earlier and rangefinders and all that business. Wanted to tell you, some years ago I did a job for Bushnell, one of their product development guys. I did help them do a little bit of market research, and I got paid with a pair of their ARC 1000s. It's a 10-power binocular with a laser rangefinder built into it. It works fantastic.
Does it have mill reticle inside of it? Or some type of mill something or other?
No, I don't know. I don't remember if it does or does not. I don't think it does. They're upstairs. I haven't touched them in a while, but they work really, really well. I don't think that they do. No, they don't. No.
The one that I'm getting, all they do is they show you your degree angle.
These do the same.
They will give you your firing solution, end screen.
Yep. These will too.
And the yardage. But the cool thing is these will link to your Kestrel. So you can be holding the Kestrel. Like if I lace the target, Rick can actually write it down. Okay. And then what we do is you switch guns in the Kestrel, and then you laze the targets and keep going, and you just confirm that you've got the firing solution. Pop that on there. You're shooting.
Hey, did you get my download from Straylock?
I don't use Straylock. I use Applied
No, but
Ballistic.
the data you needed, I sent you like a text with all the stuff on it or something you sent me. It was the other day. I don't know Yawnese.
No, the only thing I got. No, I didn't get shit from you. You got pictures of that pretty rifle. No.
Okay.
Right. All I need is what bullet you're shooting, what's your muzzle velocity, all the damn stuff we're supposed to put in there.
Okay.
And what I want to do is I want to practice going back and forth between the rifles, because the worst thing that you can do is be in a rush and laser it out, get the wrong firing solution. Of course, we're shooting two different completely rifles, so it shouldn't be too hard to do it. I know Ray was telling me that you and what's his name did that for one of the other competitions where you were switching back and forth on the Kestrel for your firing solutions. And it wasn't that hard to keep up with, but I think I want to develop that procedure, have it down pat, so that I'm going, calling out the firing or the distance and the firing solutions, and you're documenting it, and we switch up, boom, 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 go, we shoot. And I'm also getting a timer to.
That'll be good.
So once they hit go, we'll put the timer on so we can keep track of our time in front of us. You know what I mean? And it clips on.
I've been trying to download different timers for this watch, and I haven't found what I liked yet. So
you guys are almost too smart by half.
No, guys. Okay, you're reading too much into it. All right, first off, on the Kestrel, okay, yeah, I've been able to run data for two of us at the same time, pretty much going back and forth. If you're going to do that, both of you need to have your own Kestrels, and you need to get rid of all the other gun data that is on there except for Rick's rifle and John's rifle. And each Kestrel has that, and get rid of all the other data. You can just put it back and download it later. That way you're not scrolling through 10 other guns that KB's built or 10 other guns that...
Can you run those set of binos with tethered to two separate Kestrels?
You'd have to re-Bluetooth it each time.
Yeah.
I think.
Okay, so that's the first thing. Now, the second thing is your watch, Rick, will do it. If it's a 4-minute stage, you put 3 minutes and 30 seconds, and as soon as the RO says go, you hit go. That leaves you a 30-second warning, so you know whether or not you need to come off the gun or whatever the case is. Or in some of the cases, let's say if it was a 4-minute stage, I know that the guy that goes first, he's going to have the hardest time because we're trying to find targets. So typically what I do is give him like 2.5 minutes, and then I would take 1.5 minutes. That way at 2.5, when that buzzer goes off, he has to come off the gun instantly. Show clear. It gives me 1.5 minutes to engage the rest of the targets because we've already found them. It basically gives him another minute or so. That's what we've always done, and it seems to work. Like I said, when we won it in 2018, I've got the same partner this year that I had in 2018. Didn't get to shoot it in 19, but that was a recipe for success. I don't need an egg timer. I don't need anything necessary. The less is more. You already got the watch. It works great.
Yeah.
Well, I was trying to find a simpler one.
Speaking of watches, we were out at my nephew's commissioning, and he had one young Marine lieutenant, and he had this white G-Shock wannabe watch, and I just looked at that. I was just like, "You got to be shitting me, man! You're wearing that, and you're a Marine officer." I said, "Sad." I took my G-Shock off and gave it to him. I said, "Here, wear this." Now I got to go buy a new watch. So I told my wife, I said, "Garmin's got this new watch out."
Yeah.
I really want it. Can I
It's
have
a
it?
nice watch.
Nice.
What are we going to be shooting using for the next weekend? I'll be shooting my Infinity and just my regular 3-gun rifle and my Tika unless I get my 6 Creedmoor tuned up and sighted in, but I don't know if I'll have time for that. What about you, Roy?
Said the same thing. Only have the ones enabled that you're going to be using. That way you're not going through a bunch of extra data. Also, don't have really fine steps in there. Okay, you don't need to know what everything is. If you want to do 25 yards, that's fine. Longer distances, for the most part, 50-yard increments should be okay. But if you want 25, but the more you have to scroll through, the longer it's going to take. And you've got to make that decision. Don't go too low on it.
Yeah, I think
I'm going to JP that I've got
35 yards. Oh, you're talking about for the range
for
card?
this weekend. Yeah. So for this weekend, I'm going to shoot a JP that I've got with the that Vortex 1-10 Gen 3, and then I'll probably be shooting the Kai, and then the bolt gun, I'll shoot the AI.
Oh, I got to zero in my damn rifle again. I got to put that scope back on it.
Oh, Richard Hedges, X-ray trying to tell an 82nd guy to use less gadgets.
Yeah, no shit, man. I'm like, okay, less is best, but I'm thinking I'm gonna have timers all over the place. We're gonna have horns, spotlights. I'm gonna roll in there with a 75-pound ruck. I brought some food with me. Who's up for? We'll sit down. I'm like, who's up for this?
Who brought 3 buckets of Bojangles?
No, I can hear it now. KB will like, excuse me, RO, can you give me a 10-second warning every 10 seconds?
At this point in time, I'm going to reach down and I'm going to grab my pistol. Are you aware that I'm grabbing my pistol? Yes or no? Yes, thank you. Okay. Moving forward, we're going to reach down and grab the firearm. I'm going to insert a magazine. Are you aware that I'm inserting a magazine? The guys over there at Carolina 3 Gun, I was cracking them up. They're like, okay, make ready. I'm like, are you sure I need to make ready? And you're like, yeah, make ready. I was like, all right, at this time, I'm going to reach down and grab my pistol. Okay, I'm just making you aware. And they're like, one dude was like, what the hell is he doing? And the other guy looked over, he goes, he's fucking with USPSA is what he's doing, because that's what they do. They look at everything you do. So,
better safe than sorry.
Yeah, no kidding, man. Well, it's like, I ran into Christopher, the guy that got DQ'd the first time down there in multi-gun. Is that his name? The guy from Bald-Headed Fellow. They were just adamant about how bad they are down there.
Yeah, they were.
They actually, I heard, had told all the ROs to be like, lighten way up, boys and girls. Like, we're trying to get these 3 gunners to like USPSA multi-gun. So don't get too crazy.
On the last stage, remember the bus stage? I sliced my thumb up, and I had a round go into the feeder thingy-majiggy-bob, the lifter. And I looked over to the guy and says, "Hey, come here, RO." I said, first of all, blood's just going everywhere. He's like, I said, I got a round in the lifter. What do you want me to do about that? He goes, well, take it out. Oh, okay. Just keep it pointed over there for me, would you? Well, yeah, man.
All right, we can do that.
Yeah, I can do that.
Usually you bleed at least once competition.
I'm notorious about that. But I will tell you this. You know how much I like to bring food, like McDonald's, Meg McMuffins.
4 pounds of tri-tip and a freaking
prime rib.
Prime rib.
We're going to pull a deep fryer out in the middle and say, who wants some chicken? I got it going on over here.
This guy will eat a prime rib that's been sitting out in the sun for like 8 hours in a plastic bag.
Oh, dude, there's nothing better, man.
I'm just like, oh, please don't eat that.
I won't judge.
What's up, Marvin Maxis?
Eagle Eye's in the house.
Matt, Talking Rock. Eagle Eye, send you a link. Get your ass in your fool.
Oh, Lord. All right, well, I hate to leave the party.
Hi, it's Jadara. How you doing? Thanks for showing up. Right. What the hell?
I don't know what.
Oh.
What?
I'm going to shoot it in sniper zone.
Oh, man. You're going to shoot the 6mm AI, I bet.
I don't know if I will. I mean, that gun's been really good to me, but I'm gonna have to decide between the Creedmoor and AI. But that'll be a bolt gun. That'll be two of us shooting bolt guns. We're thinking about taking a chance here, which I've been known to do that. And both of us shoot bolt guns. And
He locked up. He gone.
and
like,
not even rely on the gas. Be done with it, or shoot a little slower. Possibly start or go with less recoil and go with the AI. I don't know.
And now you're back.
And he was
Yep.
there. He was handcuffed to the bed,
Handcuffed to the bed.
covered in motor oil. She come in with a saddle.
If you find, let's see, we got Eagle Eyes out there, like you said. What the hell's that? There was a question.
All right, guys, I got to go to bed. Y'all be good.
Right. Nice meeting you. Take care.
See you, John.
Hey, Andrew, pleasure meeting you, sir.
Nice meeting you. Be well.
And prosper. Yeah. Okay. So anyway, and Rick, remember, 2 meals right, 2 meals up, 2 meals down. You know what this is, right?
I don't want to know. Don't even say it.
That's kind of gross looking.
He's so wholesome in his videos.
All right, you need to go to bed.
My image of you is shot.
I'm going to boot you out of here.
Y'all be good. See you, Richard.
Before you say something.
Yeah, I know, right? Yeah. I'm going to go watch Nikolai's video and go to bed. So y'all be good. Take care. Love you long time. Happy.
Have a good night.
See you.
I see Netflix turning on, Ray. Yeah, he's getting a little bit of Netflix. Let's see. We got maybe we can get old Kenny Eagle Eye over here. Have you ever seen the
railroad? You guys in forever.
What's that?
I haven't seen you guys or talked to you guys in forever.
Yeah, it's been a while.
I know it's been a while.
Yeah,
it's been a while.
Chat we did was, I don't know, 4 months ago, maybe.
Well, about a month. Yeah, I racked myself back up about 3 weeks ago. I've been pretty quiet lately, so.
Well, damn it, man.
Yeah, well, that's what happens when you have a burning house fall down on top of you, 18 years ago, and it just decides it wants to hurt again. So that's just how it goes. You know how it is.
It's just reminding you. It's just reminding you of a good place.
It's like PTSD in 3D.
Yeah, that's right. Exactly. 3-dimensional PTSD.
Exactly. Coming right around to grab you in the ass. Oh boy, does it hurt.
Oh, this is a really good question. Video1 says,
Video
do you put your
1
stop on 0, or do you put it so you can go back a few tenths? Absolutely. Do not put a 0 stop on dead 0 if you don't have like the push button. And the reason is I've been to matches where you fly across the United States, and because of environmentals, if you have time for it, great, but you don't always have time to go to a 0 range or anything like that. And what you'll find is sometimes it needs to be 2 or 3 tenths of a mil below 0. So I do give myself somewhere between a half to a full mil of ability to be able to go below 0. That's my personal preference, but it's always seemed to work well for me.
Yeah, mine are at half
and I know Rick. Okay, so Rick's big on the vortexes, and the vortex is not the easiest thing to change the 0 stop on, because I think once you set your 0 stop, it'll let you go. Is it 2 tenths or 5 tenths?
5.
Yeah, 5 tenths you get past 0.
Below 0. Hello,
TB, you are right.
Can you hear me?
What were you saying? What were you saying? Rick, how many tenths can you go below 0? Yeah, and I know Steiner, like on their M5s, I think it's 5 tenths for them as well. So, yeah, give yourself a little bit of room below it. If you've got something like a Burris XTR or something like that where you can put the cap.
Yeah, it depends. Like Brian Duchesne saying, what if you have no zero stop? I tell you what, having a zero stop's huge.
Oh, if you do not have a zero stop, what you need to do is get you some like white fingernail polish, okay? And then what I do is draw a distinct line. For me, I put it on the right side of the zero so that it doesn't obscure numbers, but that way, if you ever get caught up in revolutions, you'll be able to stop the bottom of the turret cap exactly to where your zero is. You can always take it off with some acetone or something like that, but you need to know, okay? Those lines that Loophole used to do with the Mark IVs that have like little stadias, you'll never remember that in a quick situation. Just do a little white fingernail polish, you're good to go.
All right, is Eagle Eye still out here? Conservative Sniper says that he has a video that's downloaded, and I need to have a serious talk with him. You realize we are live right now, Mr. Eagle Eye. I'm just giving you shit. Rock on with your sock on. Yeah, he's still here. Shh. We have people watching, Eagle Eye. Be very, very careful.
Okay, the Shaggy Rifleman says he zoned out. Can you repeat your explanation, please? I'm not sure which one because I covered a couple different things.
It was over it was used during Netflix. The question was, it was the one about the no, it wasn't. That was somebody else.
My oldest daughter just came home. Let me tell her to turn her Wi-Fi off.
Okay.
Feed the Wi-Fi squirrels while you're at it.
That's right. There's only one squirrel with 3 legs, so it's pretty bad.
My freaking daughter locked me out of the dang house. You believe that?
Yeah.
You gotta lock me out of the house. Really?
What's up, Richard Elm? Stay frosty, buds. Why do you need to be below zero when shooting at 100 yards? Because you might be shooting at 30 yards.
Or your zero may have changed.
Or you moved regions and your zero is not working so well.
Elevation, pressure, barometric pressure, altitude, whatever. Anything can change.
And if anything can change, it will. Actually, I was quite surprised when we went to Utah. I don't remember what the elevation was, but it was pretty high in Utah. And for the most part, the dope was pretty much on.
You guys shoot at a pretty high altitude in North Carolina, though. I mean, you guys are up there pretty good.
I don't think so. I think we're only like at 2,300 or something.
That's a hell of a lot higher than where I'm at.
Is it really?
Yeah, I'm only at 400. Ray
would know. He's lived there a long time. I think we're at like 2,300 now. At the what's the elevation where we shoot?
Where?
Let's say VOD. That's got to be higher.
No, VOD is actually not higher. VOD sits somewhere around 1,900 feet of elevation, so it's about 1,000 feet lower than us.
Oh, so we're at like 1923 then. Oh, Kenny, you got the video play.
That was on cue. That wasn't my doing. Nothing intentional.
Sure it was. Trying to take away from the old Is Your Six Covered live channel, are you?
We can never take away from the Is Your Six Covered. This is the best damn show on the internet.
That's what I'm saying.
Y'all better hit that smash that thumbs up button.
Yeah, listen to Eagle Eye and TB and Otter and Richard and Shaggy and Brian.
Yeah.
Well, I appreciate you jumping in. What kind of magic projects are you working on right now, Kenny? Besides Ray's broken rifle.
Yeah, 6mm Creedmoor. Finally got some dies in today.
Hell yeah!
That took a long time. I got it from Titan Reloading, and it took a detour to California and stayed there for like a week, and I finally got it today. So it's been 3 weeks in California ordering just a typical call it die. It's all I ordered.
Hey, you gotta have a nightmare. Oh, look at that! Now you're done with that. Have you done the video on that yet?
No, I hadn't. Actually, Well, I have it all set up on the floor here, but it's ready to go.
Do I need one of those?
Was that
Do I need one of those?
the Coltac die? I swear by these things, dude. I really like these things. I swear by this. And then the first die, where's it at? These are the two dies that I use. I got the Redding body die, Lee Coltac die. This is for sizing, folding sizing. This is for getting your neck tension. I got custom mandrel in there. So I got exactly 1.5 thousandths of neck tension. That's what I run.
Man.
Oh yeah, and then I have the new Frankfurt Arsenal bullet seating die. I'm doing some testing on this right now. So
I've heard good things about those.
yeah, I'm getting some pretty good results. There is a couple caveats to it, or caveats that I would say there's some downsides to it compared to the Matchmaster. However, it's a very good die.
Money?
No, it's actually the price isn't nothing to do with it. It's just
for the money, it's a great piece of equipment.
Absolutely. But I'm going to give some thorough testing before I give my 2 cents and opinion out there.
One of my favorite dies. One of my favorite dies to use, and I've been a big proponent of this for a long time, is the Lee factory neck sizing die. The neck factory Lee factory neck die, crimp die.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
And you guys probably don't crimp your necks, but some of the stuff that we used to do, we had to do it. So that was one of the best dies that we had. It cleaned everything right up. It was really nice.
Yeah.
Cheapest damn thing on the market too, $23. It'd make all the difference in the world.
Levi's got a comment for you, Kenny.
Can you set me up some? Set me up one for the 6.5.
Guys, I got to go to bed. So nice seeing you guys. Thanks for having me.
Yep.
See you, Andrew.
See you guys. I got to go to bed. Bye.
All right, Andrew. Honestly, this is the only die that I would say will work for precision on Lee. Anything else, like the bullet seating die or full length sizing dies, I don't like them. They don't work at all. But that's the only thing I buy these pace setter dies just specifically for this. That's it. But
real quick, address this one thing about armament and axes. But I want Kenny to answer it because I don't know what to make of this. There you go.
I might, if I don't know, I don't know. Is it just me? This doping your scope is something I've never really did much. Just use mil dots, hash marks, Kentucky windages. Did it pretty dang good. 12x12 steel on 12,000. I think it all goes with knowing your platform and knowing your rifle. I mean, that's basically what your dope is. It's just knowing your rifle, what you're capable of doing, and what your rifle's capable of doing. So, if you have it on your head or you know where to hold on your scope, that's essentially the same thing, other than the fact that it's not written down. I mean, what do you think, Ray?
Yeah, I think that's a really good answer, Kenny. You know, my saying, and you guys have heard this a million times before: fear the man with one gun. Because he's going to know that gun in and out. He's going to know the Kentucky windage and this, that, and the other. However, that being said, I think for the game that we play with these targets that are, I've heard it referred to last night as clang and bang gang, guys that shoot small steel at varying distances. I think you're going to have a hard time doing that because if you have a mil dot reticle that you literally have 1 mil radian distance, if you put a target out there 836 yards and I say, give me a first round hit on that, it's going to be a lot harder to do. If you're guessing where to shoot, start to lose some connection.
Yeah, I agree with that. Yeah. There's so many variables into it.
Yeah, so you can get really close.
Okay.
What do you guys think? This is a great question. New name out there, Grinding Dust says, is it worth having someone probably like Kenny make you a rifle if you don't hand load?
Dude, honestly, that's hit and miss, man. There's rifles out there that are
I'll be
a
back.
couple $100 that shoot very good with factory ammo.
Tika, baby.
There's rifles that cost thousands of dollars that don't shoot factory ammo very well. I think it's all just hit and miss, man. I mean, there's a little bit of science behind it and a little bit of luck on that as well. So each rifle is different. That's why hand loading is a big thing for folks looking for precision. So I can't say that I could build you a rifle besides, okay, unless it's 6.5 Creedmoor, I could say, okay, 6.5 Creedmoor, Hornady match, I could probably get you sub-ammo weight consistency around 500,000, 600,000 inch group. That's just an ammo that I know works good. What do you think, Ray?
Sorry, I'm getting Netflixed over here like crazy. I'm about to and drive 5 minutes so I can get some service.
Right.
What I thought I heard was basically, is it worth having you build somebody a custom rifle if they're just going to shoot factory ammo? If that's what I heard correctly, it is nice being able to tailor gun built specifically for you. And there is no guarantee. Kenny could build a rifle, and I mean, you can't guarantee it's going to shoot with this. You can get it close, but you never know with factory ammo. Sometimes you just don't know what you're going to get.
Yeah. 6 Creedmoor and 6.5 Creedmoor seem to have with Hornady match like pretty good results from what I'm seeing on everybody's rifle.
Yes.
I could say you can grab yourself a Ruger American Ranch or Ruger American rifle, typical rifle, put that ammo in there. It's going to shoot sub away.
Okay, so I will tell you that, you know, growing up a long time doing this long range stuff, you know, back in the day, the 308, the federal gold medal match was king. All right. You wanted the 168 federal gold medal match. And it was the best you could really get at the time. And things progressively changed. And I think until Hornady came out with their ELD match series, which is good enough for guys to actually win competitions and finish in the top 10 by shooting factory ammunition, I think that says a lot. I will tell you that Snipers Unknown match in 2018, we shot factory Hornady match. That's what we shot in Black Hills. Those were the only 2 ammunitions that we shot. We didn't do any hand loads. Up until about 2 years ago, I never shot hand loads in competition because it wasn't allowed. You guys have to remember, those that do follow my channel and me, they were vetted military law enforcement sniper comps, and they actually do ammunition checks. The restriction was you had to shoot boxed ammunition from a manufacturer. And so most guys were shooting M118LR, or back in the day, M852, because it was commercially made for the military by Lake City. So, yeah, hand loading's always been better, but it wasn't allowed in my circles. And Kenny, this question keeps coming up. You know, just let me know if I freeze up, but basically the question keeps coming up: is the barrel life the only advantage of the 6 ARC? And I think people, and I just want to help convey what I don't know if everyone understands. PRS and doing that game is a completely different animal. You are looking for something that has very, very low recoil so that you can spot your trace and watch your impacts and be back on the glass almost immediately after you pull that trigger, if not while you're pulling the trigger. It's not a hunting round. Could it be used for hunting? Of course it could be, depending on the size game, but it's a completely different beast. You know, this rifle that Rick just got, I mean, it looks pretty, but it weighs a ton. Most people aren't used to picking up rifles that are 22 pounds, you know? Or how much did that thing weigh? 21 pounds, 20 pounds?
It's like 18.6.
Yeah, and you put the glass on it, 3 pounds of glass.
Yeah.
You're looking at a 21 plus pound rifle without the bipod, which that's going to make it about 22 pounds. It's a purpose-built platform.
Right. You know, and that's a lot of the comments that I've been getting. You know, folks are they don't understand. Okay, obviously there's always going to be a better cartridge out there ballistically that could do something better at long range or ballistically speaking. However, what I tried to emphasize, folks that are looking into the 6 arc, exactly what you're saying is reduce recoil, getting back on target, more barrel life, something aimed towards PRS. There's a reason why those guys use cartridges like this, like the Dasher, GT, BR. It's because you can get back on target and put shots downrange as fast as you can. That gets you a better score. That's the reason why I chose this on a bolt action. So, yeah, I agree 100% on that.
Yeah. So here's a really good example, and I touched on this the last chat that I was able to join in on. So the guy that I'm shooting the match with at Snipers Unknown, he's now shooting a 6 Creedmoor. He's seen the light, okay? And we've been training with it and everything else, but he didn't have a chance to load any ammunition. So on the last training day, he said, I'll just bring my 6.5 PRC. It'll be fine. I got plenty of ammo. It was so bad, I can't even begin to tell you. Okay, now all the work was 700 yards and in. But the problem is we had a lot of stages that I set up for multiple engagements on the same target. 2 shots, move on to the next one, 2 shots. His times were so bad because of the follow-up shots, because the thing was recoiling so badly that if he didn't hit it first shot, he didn't have a clue where it went, and he would miss it on the second shot. That's what you're battling with this game.
I believe you mentioned too before in a previous chat that folks aren't doing precision like pulling the trigger. They're mashing that trigger as fast as they can. Yeah. It's different.
Yes.
So
yeah, because we had a lot of comments where guys were like, "You're not practicing a good follow through." Yeah, I know how to do that, but this game is a little different. I mean, most of your pro shooters, as soon as you're coming down on it, it's snap, go to the next one. It's not sit there and wait for the follow through. You're already moving on to the next target.
Yeah,
I've learned a lot. I'm glad I went down this path with Mr. Ricky. I'll say it's been fun so far.
Yeah, I knew it in my heart before we even started.
Hashtag still a dick.
That's what I plan on doing is a little bit of comparison. I'll run both rifles on a course of fire and see if there's any differences between the 6 Creedmoor versus the 6 ARC.
I was hoping you guys were going to answer this question while I was out because I wanted to hear you guys shit talk. But I don't know if the vector is only a 90-degree or not. I like the 60-degree throw. So that was the reason why I went with the Axiom. Other than that, there is no other reason.
Well, there was an 8-month waiting time, 8 to 10 months.
Ain't nobody got time for that either.
No time for that.
I'll have the barrel burn out by that time. Shit.
Yeah. Okay, so before Kenny answers this question, I'm going to put in my 2 cents worth. I've shot a lot of 6.5 Grendels, and I bought a 6.5 Grendel, and it was a beautiful rifle. And I know it is a 1,000-yard capable gun. There's no doubt about it. And I know it has its application in, for hunting, hogs, things like that. But I was not impressed with that cartridge. I think the case capacity for what I wanted to do with it is too small, and the bullets, I'm not going to say too large, but I think the better combination, and this is what you guys are seeing, maybe Kenny will agree, is that pretty much the same case, but get that bullet diameter down to a 264, get it smaller, get it down from a 264 down to a 243. I think that's the magic ticket, but I could be wrong. I mean, it's working for 6XP, Dasher, and everything else.
Yeah, I think if they would have stepped that cartridge to a 308 diameter case head, just that much more powder, it probably would have been a lot better cartridge for longer range. For what it is, it's an AR cartridge that hits harder. I mean, it's like you're saying, it's not a long range precision. Though there are folks out there, long range shooters in Utah, those guys put out a mile shot. Yeah, it can be done, but you throw enough lead down range, you're going to hit your target. I hit it with a 223.
It can be done, and that was within 10 shots. I mean, that was I think 10 shots to make my first hit on it. It can be done, but I don't know. I was a little disappointed with that cartridge when I started trying to get the velocities up a little bit. It just didn't get where I wanted it to get. It's going to have too much wind drift. I got to be careful I say this. I'm impressed with the cartridge. I'm very impressed with the cartridge, but I'm not as happy with it as I thought I would be. How's that?
Which one?
The 6.5 Grendel.
Oh, yeah. Ain't nobody got time.
No, it is great, and it's got a great following. Yeah, it's almost like CZ owners. Be careful what you say about 6.5 Grendel. It's like slapping somebody.
That's right. Slap your
I
mama.
do have respect for it, but just fell short of what I was looking for.
Nair, they could make a 60-degree throw. I don't know, but I ended up with the Axiom. So I don't know. That was what I wanted. I wanted that or the Terminus. What was it called? No.
Yeah, the Terminus.
Terminus.
So,
yeah.
The Axiom is still one of the top 5 actions ran in PRS. So that's, you just go off what's proven. Obviously they're both good actions. It's just the wait time determine the factor of what we're buying plus the price.
Yeah.
That was another $300 for that thing.
They ain't cheap.
And honestly, I'm going to be the one that I got the action. I chucked it into the lathe. I checked it on the dial indicator. Yeah, it's a squared up action. It's down to thousands run out, if that. So you're paying good money for good quality. I could give them that.
Right.
Hey, real quick before he leaves, real quick. Otter was asking about the Cortina barrel tuner. And Kenny, I know you've been playing a lot with the barrel tuner. You say it absolutely works. I've heard the same thing. Harmonic tuners basically is nothing new, but do you have any input about the new one before Otter gets out of here?
Yeah, so the Harrow's Precision tuner brake does take quite a bit of patience, at least from my experience with the 6 arc. I had to do 40 shots downrange and stepping it up in threes. I basically had to go up 3 notches until I finally seen something around the 40 the shot. So I know for sure the EC tuner, the Aero Cortina tuner, works very fast. The folks that have used it usually find it within the first 12 shots. And how that works is you have to have a bull barrel, first of all. You can't have any skinny barrel or Sendero platform. It needs to be a thick bull barrel. You have to actually thread about 2 inches back from your muzzle, and that's where your harmonic is. That's where all that whip is happening. It's right there. So that tuner is specifically designed to be messing around with that harmonic right there. So that one actually works the best. However, it does require you to take it to a gunsmith, permanently thread your barrel a little bit different, like a step. The Harrow's Precision brake, like I said, it was very finicky. I didn't see results. I was actually getting a little bit, I guess, just disappointed in the first 25 shots until the 40. The shot is when I saw everything go boom, shrink up, came back, shrink up. I mean, everything was right there. So, yeah.
Richard says he's going to be calling you tomorrow about an arc build. So there you go. Yeah. Now, if you don't have time for that, because a lot of people ain't got time for that, you know what I'm saying? You just run. You keep running wraps of duct tape on the end until you get that harmonic belt.
So I keep telling folks, it's funny because Aero Cortina actually did put out a video, which was funny. I was just talking about this to a friend of mine. You could get a really good hand load developed. Your standard deviations are super low, your extreme spreads are super low, but your groups suck downrange. Well, that doesn't mean that you got a bad load. What it means is that your harmonics are off. And there's 2 ways to tune your harmonics, and one of them is bullet seating depth. So if you play around with a factory ammo, like for instance, the 6 arc is putting out some single-digit standard deviations numbers. If I would have pushed this bullet out exactly where I found on this barrel, 2.363, this thing will probably shoot lights out. That said, that's another way of messing around with harmonics. It's not the best way, but it does work.
So you're saying 4 or 5 wraps of duct tape then?
That or just get yourself a big old hunk of steel and throw it on there, duct tape it on there, good to go.
Real quick, Otter has follow up to that. So for the guy that doesn't reload, could he put that on his rifle and help it to tune factory ammunition? I think absolutely.
Yeah,
it can.
sure.
Yes.
Yeah, it has
That's,
its place for sure.
that's probably what it was designed for more than anything.
Yeah.
Less
I would definitely look into a tuner like the EC. EC is a better tuner system, in my opinion. However, if you want something fast without going to a gunsmith, that the Harold's Precision does work.
Let's see. So we kind of answered this already, but let's go Venus since he just showed up.
Right. So Pat, yeah, absolutely. It doesn't affect the SDs at all. I actually tested that. I wish I put it in the video. I shot it through the chronograph, and I was still at 7 standard deviation number, but the groups were a lot smaller. I was measuring them today. I was putting out consistently under a 1/4 inch group, 3-shot 1/4 inch groups, 2 3-shot 1/4 inch groups.
Good point, HRM. That'll work as well.
Yeah, I hate Armament and Axes left, but I do want to address this because I hear it a lot. And I think it's a good discussion, especially since Kenny's in here, but that's the one. Okay, go ahead and remove that because it's hard for me to see Kenny when that pops up on the screen, if you don't mind.
Oh, you like Kenny. Here you go,
okay,
buddy.
So, oh, come on. Hashtag still a dick. Okay, so I hear this constantly about these guys talking about, oh, you're just following the newest trend. No, look, I get 6mm has been around a long time. I think the Swedes and the Germans had that knocked out years and years ago. We're going way back. But what's changed is I always hear this argument about 260. All right, well, that's basically a 6.5 Creedmoor. And I always hear about, well, everybody's going to 6mm because it's basically a 243. I've been shooting that since I was a kid. Yeah, we all have. But what's changed are the bullets. These ELD, these long bullets, lend themselves to the shoulder angle changing. So even though you might have more case capacity in, let's say, a 260, because that shoulder is more like this, I'm trying to get my camera right, instead of like this, it doesn't lend itself for seating well in those cartridges. I mean, those cartridges don't seem to work well with the longer bullets like that. So that's what you're seeing. And yes, it is a wildcat, and guys have been playing around with this forever. But now that it's more mainstream and the components you can get off the shelf at your local gun store, that's the beauty of it. It's not something where you're sitting down there and you're, turning necks and doing all this other crazy stuff. Now it's, hey, go to the store and just buy it. Well, at least you could. You could.
Yeah.
That would be my argument. Kenny, what would you say to that?
Absolutely. The 6BR is one of the most famous cartridges in the 6mm, very similar to the 6ARC. I've been playing around with the 243 LBC for a while out of an AR, and actually that thing shot lights out. Now, the biggest benefit to it is that it feeds out of a 308 mag without any problems. You don't have to play around with cream of wheat, shoving it down your brass and fire forming into the chamber. I mean, there's a lot of steps you got to do for a lot of the PPC style cartridges. And like Ray said, it's going to be mainstream. So there's dies out there. There's going to be brass out there. The 6mm bullets are just highly engineered nowadays. Not only do they print a group at 100 yards, their BCs stay together. So down at 1,000 yards, you're able to put a half-inch group or a half MOA group down at 1,000 yards. Unlike in the old days, everything was just, okay, I could do a 100-yard group that's super good, plain-based bullet, but at 1,000 yards, it's hit and miss. Engineering nowadays is just phenomenal with the technology we have. Things are coming together. It's making new light to older cartridges. For instance, like the 308, you could get 200 grain projectiles shooting a mile now. The 6.5s, the 6.5 Swede, you put a 140 grain in a 6.5 Swede or something crazy, you could get that out to a mile. So the technology is definitely in the bullets and in today's powder and modern day ignition primers and stuff.
Yeah, I mean, and Armament and Axes was still on here, so I'm glad he caught that. And I don't take anything to heart, guys. I'm just trying to share my information that I've seen and the trends that I've seen. But what an awesome time to be in long range. I remember back in the day that 1,000 yards was like, oh my God, that dude hit 1,000 yards. Now, I mean, come on, Rick, my daughter, shot a freaking 1,000-yard target, a 10x10, and she was how old? Nowadays, that's a chip shot nowadays. It really is. Now it's like, oh, what can you hit at a mile? What can you hit at 2 miles? Or like the other day, the guy just hit one at what? Was it 4 miles, 7 miles? I don't remember what it was. It was something insane.
With what caliber?
I think he was shooting ShyTac, but I think it took him like 39 shots, and someone did make a good comment on it. I've seen a couple memes about it. It takes 50. I'm not saying it's easy. I'm not making light of what he did, but the target was the size of a vehicle. It took like 20 spotters, and it did take 39 rounds. I mean, eventually, statistically, you can hit something downrange at a long, long ways. But now being able to do it with regularity at a mile is pretty awesome. And to see all the manufacturers and all the different, the bullet manufacturers, the powder manufacturers, the gun barrel manufacturers, all of them coming together, this is pretty cool. It's a great time.
Absolutely.
Well, and the ability to basically drop powder at almost perfect, SDs and extreme spreads and very, very low.
Oh, okay, so Rick, 15 years ago. 15.
Good, no, that's a long time.
No, that would be too early. But let's say, back when I started this, and let's say back in, I don't know, we'll just say in the mid 90s, the stage you shot where you started at 900 yards and engaged targets all the way out to 1375.
You would have done the calculations right now.
Back in the day, before the Kestrels, before all these super cartridges, we'll just call them, that would have been unheard of. People would have called you crazy, and I think I only dropped 1 point on that stage. If you would have told me that many years ago, I'd have been like, you're out of your freaking mind.
Yeah, I
would have called him a liar.
Shit on that stage.
Yeah, but I mean, it's really cool, and it's not about me. It's a lot of it's about the equipment. I mean, these PRS shooters are doing it day in, day out.
I gotta agree. The equipment is definitely, it's like between technology for stray lock, Kestrel, blah 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 blah, and everything else like we talked about a second ago. It's amazing. What's going to happen in 20 more years?
Exactly.
It's going to be, you don't even have to be there for it to hit.
Yeah, we got rail guns, literally rail guns. No powder anymore. Everything's all, we'll see.
Yeah. It's going to be some laser. You're going to hear choo, choo.
You want to know what's funny about, so there's an article, and I entice everybody to check it out. It's called The Secrets of the Houston Warehouse. Now,
I share that with everybody.
Oh,
that is a great one.
So, you know what's funny about the cartridge they were using? It was this. PPC style, based off a 220 Russian and 22. And back in the day, like in the 20s, they were putting out groups in .0025. I mean, inside the hole, documented. Wow. So, and that's back in the day. So there's obviously something with the design that they found out with the PPC that works with the smaller bore calibers. That's why I got excited when everybody's like, "Oh, Hornady must be paying you." No, they should be paying me for the testing I'm doing, but I'm only doing this because I enjoy to do what I'm doing, and I want to get a good PRS cartridge that's reliable. But
Charles Tiffy, you are one correct, sir. I tell you what, I was very humbled when I went to Utah. I did a lot of prone shooting, and we did some positional shooting, but between running with the clock, bunch of weird offhand, unstable platformy stuff, that comment is very well said, sir.
Yeah, no doubt about it. That's really what separates it. And then you start putting it under a really quick time restraint, it changes everything.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, I saw that comment. I'm like, oh yeah, perfect. It's pretty amazing. Each round has one thing. There's good. Yep. Went to the top. Can't see. Good. You just have to find where it works. What up, Levi? How you doing? Oh, yeah, the clock is killer. 90 seconds isn't very long.
So you're saying 41 grains of 41.90 or 43.50 is the ticket, right? For the 6 Creedmoor? I got to load some test rounds up.
41 and a half, I thought.
Okay.
Well, the AI is really like the 41.5 grains of H4350. Now, that's in my guns. Now, I will tell you something that I did notice on the proof conviction. Running 41.5 grains does not give it an ejector swipe or anything else, but it does put a little rectangular mark on each piece of brass. I'm not seeing any pressure signs. It shoots lights out with it, but it does. Is there something on that bolt face, on that Bighorn TL3 that makes that little rectangular mark?
Yeah, that's the center round feed where the little arm goes up into when you put the bolt back, the little slit right there. I think that's what you're seeing.
Yeah, because it is making a little tiny mark. When I first saw it, I was like, "Whoa, what is this?" But no pressure signs anywhere else.
Okay, I'll work
Charles says 41.2, 41.7 with the 105, 108.
1.5 is magic.
Yeah, that's with the 115 though, right?
That's with 115s, guys. Yeah.
The Burger 115s?
Yep, those.
All right.
Magical.
So they had the 105s go on sale today at Brownell's, and I'm thinking about making an order.
I've never tell a man not to order something. Order away, Kenny.
Well, I just dropped a grain for gears. So.
Especially right now, you may not get any bullets.
Yeah.
7-mile buller. Oh, how long does it take for a round to go 7 miles? I have no idea, DW. I know you asked Ray, but I don't know if she's going to be able to know. Oh, there you go. Hold on. Check it out, Kenny.
All right, let's see if it'll focus. It is. Light might not be right.
Okay, I saw a little bit. Yeah, I saw a little bit on it.
Yeah, it's almost too difficult.
What are we looking for, Ray?
It's at 6 o'clock. It's at 6 o'clock. It's a rectangle. There it is. See it?
It's shining right now, right?
Yeah, that's like that's similar to having the start of a high pressure. That's your ejector mark from the center round feed. So
correct. And I get nothing like that, but every single piece of brass has that on there. So, and that's what I was thinking. This is another piece of brass, and you can see it. And the light's making it look worse than what it really is. But if you look at the primer and everything else, I mean, I'm not even getting flat edges on the primer. There's nothing that's indicating high pressure.
So I have a feeling you probably have a tighter neck. If you want to measure your fired piece of brass and compare it to your AI or something and see if you're probably about 1,000th or 2 smaller.
It's almost identical.
Really? Okay.
Yes. You can take me off the main screen.
Oh, yeah. Thank you. Whew.
Sorry.
No.
Yeah, because that concerned me, and that's what I did is I checked it against the AI, and the numbers, I mean, honestly, I could take the Fireform cases out of there and throw it in the AI almost, because it's almost that perfect.
Well, here's another thing. How polished is that chamber? That's another way of finding out. You know where I'm going with this?
Good question. I have not put a scope down it to see.
Okay. So that's one of the problems that I've seen with a lot of, I guess, other barrel manufacturers.
Oh, wait, they're both proof barrels.
Okay.
So
Charles has the same problem with the Bighorn. 110.
Yeah. There's one way to see if it goes away. If it's due to your brass slipping and not actually gripping the chamber wall, you could go in there with this steel wool, like triple-aught steel wool and a pencil, and just score it up a little bit, do a couple more shots and see how that holds up in the next piece of brass. that's one of the things that I've been kind of mentioning on my reloads is super high polished brass. You're mitigating its ability to grip the chamber wall, and that's
to
why
seal
it's
off the gas.
Right. Yeah.
And
you wanted to.
This is all brand new, non-fired Lapua brass. Yeah,
Damn.
Lapua. Yeah, all brand.
Yeah,
Oh yeah,
cool.
there. I got some bullets too. The 6s and the high.
Yeah, we're good.
But yeah, no, that's all I've been doing tonight before Rick got on the chat was prepping a whole bunch of that Lapua brass. Oh,
Okay.
Man, you should have done a
so I
couple.
am sizing it, of course, and doing everything right before I shoot it, but I haven't gotten into any second fired brass yet.
Okay. So Odar brings up a very good question. Now, if you're doing precision, long range, ELR, you don't really want to focus on SDs. You want to see your ES numbers being the same. So SDs are statistical. You can actually lower your SDs by shooting more shots downrange. That said, it doesn't mean you're going to get a better group. So I pay attention to ES numbers. I want my shot for shot to be within no more than 10 feet a second. I want it less than that. I usually try to aim around 7 or 6 if you can.
Ray, I don't know if you've been following the comments. Charles out there, he's been shooting proof barrels with Bighorn action as well, and he's getting the same.
I did see that. That makes me feel better because I had never before.
And he's running different powder charge than you are, but it's pretty damn close.
Okay.
That might be interesting to look at it to see if the chamber is like polished or if there's any kind of scoring marks. Probably not the way they chamber the rifles. They're pretty adamant about how they do it.
Abigail, no catfish
whatsoever. It's just that's what I noticed on the back of it. Paying attention.
Yeah. Well, if it's not causing a raised burr or you're not losing your primer pocket grip, then you're good. You're good.
There's a lot of good stuff we've talked about so far. Holy shit, we're almost at 2 hours.
I know it goes quickly.
All right, let's do 9 more minutes of madness, and we'll. I got to figure out. Me and Shaggy Rifleman got to do a tea drink off somehow.
Is that sun tea?
Huh?
That's some sun tea or what?
That's some sweet tea.
Sun sweet tea.
See those bags in there? Those are tea bags right there.
I went to Costco and picked me up a friggin' big old crate of that pure leaf stuff, so I'm a little bit addicted to it too as well.
Oh shit! Be careful, that stuff's magical.
I know. I try to stay away from sugar.
I'll tell you what's magical. I'm gonna show you magical.
Show me magical. I want to see magical.
Okay, wait. There's magical.
Oh hell!
Oh my god!
You know what's more magical than that is when they're cold.
Dude, he's a Diet Coke prepper.
Hey, Kenny, if that was your fridge, you'd probably have like a tea in there for me, like just in case I came over, right? Like there'd probably be at least one in there, right? If I was like, a good buddy, always came over, helped out, hung out. If I wasn't a hashtag still a dick like someone else I know, I'd probably have tea in that thing.
That's awesome.
There, Abigail is a catfish almost.
Ain't no catfish.
Ain't no catfish. No, she was asking. She wanted catfish.
That's an 11-pound largemouth.
Oh no.
That wasn't.
I got one hanging up there, but yeah.
That's with an 8-pound weight in its belly.
Shit. Don't even.
I'm just kidding. Don't you go getting all crazy over there.
You guys got catfish out there, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Do you guys fish with the shrimp with catfish? You guys ever try that out?
Shit, I eat the shrimp. What are you talking about?
Yeah,
no, dude.
Around
chicken livers, man. Chicken livers. We're in the South. You know what I'm saying?
Redneck catfishing. What I'm talking about.
Chicken liver.
All kinds of chicken livers and all sorts of.
Yeah, you get yourself a raw piece of shrimp and you go underneath one of those the tree roots, man, and let that sucker swallow up your whole hand. That's how you catch catfish.
Oh, you're talking about noodling.
Yeah.
Oh, hell no to that. I'd carry an underwater pistol and just shoot his ass in the head and drag it out. That is one sexy burial. Burial.
That is for you right there. Hashtag still a dick.
Have you shot that thing yet or no?
Me?
No,
Anybody?
dude, it's Rick's.
He won't shoot it. He's a dick.
No.
I told him to go shoot
He
it.
told
So
me I'm not going to
What
do
did I
that
tell
to
you?
him.
What? I told you could shoot
You
it.
told me to shoot it, and I said I'm not going to do that to you. That is your
Just-
rifle.
Just do a compressed load of this stuff with like
He just doesn't want to break
15 grain. Yeah, compressed load it. You got to crush the O's and send one down the chamber for him.
Man, I ain't doing no catfish noodling.
No, I've done that, man. That's some crazy stuff.
My ass, I'd find the biggest world record thing, and he'd drag my ass underneath there, kick my ass, steal my wallet, and take my car keys.
Yeah, you'll come out bleeding if you get a good one. That's how you know you got a good one. If you don't got teeth marks on your arm, then yeah, you did it wrong.
You're like, hook up. Who's gonna win this?
Yeah.
Oh man, it's been a good night. It has been a lot of fun. I appreciate it.
So,
Oh,
Mini X is going to shoot this weekend. You know
I
what
know
I'm going
it.
to let her? You know what she's going to shoot for a rifle or a
what
carbine?
year? What?
Let's see. 300 blackout.
What? Nice.
Yeah. Today we messed around with it a little bit, and then she'll shoot her AI for the bolt gun, and then pistol.
Okay.
I haven't decided.
Yeah.
You gonna run a
How'd you like that
suppressor on it?
cartridge?
What's that again?
You gonna run the K9 suppressor on that bad doggy?
No, that's going to be more weight for her, and she's just not that strong in the upper body. So that's the shortest pistol I have that doesn't weigh a ton. So I think that's the best way to go.
That'll be cool. And then after that, we're shooting at Clinton House, the mile, right? What day is that on?
Sunday,
The,
the 23rd.
23rd, yeah. I'm gonna be taking the if I can get it done in time. The new rifle out, Kenny, that you made, and shoot her out to a mile.
Damn.
And then
Already done in time.
I'm gonna shoot my teak out to a mile as well. Might as well.
Okay.
So that'll be fun.
Yeah, I picked up an Atlas BT46, so I'm all set, and I got a
Nice.
Arca up.
Yeah, Arca Rail. Ray finally went and got one for his RPR, so now he can. He's like, I had to get one because you guys had one.
Well, I told him some projects I was working on, so I have to send you some stuff when it's all done.
Oh, hold on. I got to show you one thing. Hold on. I'll be right back.
I love getting him stirred up, man. That is so easy.
Yeah, we can show uppers on the channel, right?
I don't know.
Yeah.
Every video I do gets demonetized now, so it's like.
Okay, here, I'll give you a little trick. This is what I've been finding out. Don't monetize your videos right away. Actually, log into the computer, go into your YouTube studio, click on monetize on, and go down. And you'll see a list. There'll be like a drop down list of like, okay, is this thing gun related?
Yeah. Click
on there as a gun range, and it should automatically monetize for you and not get demonetized.
Okay. Yeah. I'll do ones. I have one. There's not a gun in it. There's not. It's. Oh, you know what it is? You know the one I did. There's that bolt. Dude, God. Look at
what is
the cranium on that thing, Lottie.
Look at the size of that.
What is that? Is it a pool? Is it a pool cue?
That's an 8-ball.
8-ball.
I said
It's
an
an old
8-ball.
Toyota shifter.
So,
it's old Toyota shifter.
So Ellis, you recognize that logo?
Yeah, it's CZ.
It's
no way.
CZ. Yeah, it is a freaking bolt knob, and it is almost the size of a golf ball. It's that big.
That's for like the arthritis friggin' folks, right?
It's for the what?
Folks that have arthritis or something? I mean, what the hell?
Hey, be nice.
Perfect.
That's
Yeah,
not nice.
It's for old guys. Can't get a grip.
It's cool looking. I mean, as long as you're not smashing your thumbs on your scope.
That's what I want to see right there.
Okay.
The flyweight trigger. Yeah.
Flyweight trigger. You know, I read a lot of negatives about the flyweight trigger. About the biggest thing was cost, and I guess that's owned by CZ now. But it's a drop-in trigger for the CZ 455s and the 457s.
Hold on. We got to read this comment out loud. Go ahead and read that comment out loud, please.
X-ray has a butt plug bolt knob. Dude, okay, so hold on. Wait. There's more. Okay, this is the bolt, right? Look at that knob.
It's a little bit ridiculous, man.
Hey, and it's grippy.
It's recalculus is what it is.
And it actually has facets on it. It's like a diamond. If you look at it, you see it? It's got
that's for your pleasure.
It's a multifaceted bolt knob.
That's for your pleasure, right?
Huh?
That's for your pleasure.
Okay, so but you can just like work this thing with one finger. Look at that.
You might as well just put a little bit of grip tape on that thing.
No, you don't need any grip tape. I think I can hang it on a wall by itself. It's got so much friction to it.
Is the Atlas 5H too big? I haven't used that one. That's the wide one, I think.
Yeah, that's the one that has like this, like a McDonald's M sign. I don't know.
I don't know, man. I fell in love with that Sky Pod.
Dude,
I just wish I had $482,000 to buy one.
I have 2 of them on order right now. I can't get them. Nobody's got them.
Yeah,
they're redesigning it for the Gen 2.
That's why they're out of stock right now.
Yes, there are none. I actually called Sky, talked to him, and he said they're revamping the tensioning system for panning.
Okay. Mm-hmm.
And so there are none right now. And I'm one of the first ones on the list, but I want to show you this trigger, guys. Hold on. I'll pull out the trigger gauge here.
Uh-oh.
I haven't even adjusted it down. This was just straight from the factory. Let's see. We'll do this live here. I'm not touching the gun.
Is that the Borka one?
No, this is the trigger gauge.
That fly one. The fly
Hold on, let's see here. I'm interested to see because I haven't done this yet. So here we go. Let's see. I got to switch my camera around.
Abigail and the Shaggy Rifleman are out of control. Like the comments down below. Oh,
All right,
here we go.
so here we go.
This is where I get demonetized right here.
No, I'm not touching it. I'm not touching. Hold on, this thing's trying to boot up. Wait a minute.
You got that big old ball on the end here.
All right, here we go. Ready? And wait, what?
0.
Thanks, Armament and Axis.
Give me a second.
Appreciate it. Read my comment. No comment. Yeah, now you're saying the increase on the Gen 2 Sky Pod as well. Yeah, it'll probably be more money. Why not? They're gonna.
Oh yeah.
Holy crud!
10 ounces.
Yes, and this is straight from the factory. Let me do it again.
That's low.
I'm telling you, it feels like my Anschutz trigger.
That one's ridiculous.
Yeah, because that one you can go to 4 ounces. All right, here we go.
Hey, don't go yanking your trigger, Tim Davis says.
Wow.
Yeah, that was 12.4
under a pound.
Yeah, I'm telling you, it's a sick little trigger.
Tack sack. Abigail. Yeah, you're pulling your trigger live on YouTube. Learn how to use it first, Ray.
Hey.
No, it's a trigger gauge.
It's just a trigger gauge. Just what's a 5H? What's the 5H? Charles says he recommends the 5H for PRS. I run a PSR for my PRS gun with the arc rail. What is that? 5H.
That's the bipod, I believe, right? That's the
Sky one? The big one, the triple?
What the hell is it?
Or is it
I don't know what the 5H is.
I don't either. Charles, maybe you can type in some more
It's,
information.
it's the Atlas. It's the 5H Atlas bipod. It's the one that looks here. I got a picture.
Is it the one with the V, the longer wide stance one?
Yeah, the wide one here.
Oh, he's saying he wouldn't recommend it. Yeah, that's too. Oh, yeah, your battery's low, by the way.
Yeah, on both my phones. Yeah.
Yeah, this one too. I'm about to die. But I will tell you guys.
I'm about to die and lose control, and I think I like it.
That SkyPod is a lot of money, but it is the most versatile bipod I've ever used in my life, hands down. Hands down.
I have a feeling that's to be competitive. I have a feeling that's what I'm gonna have to go get at least. That way I could better if I could ever get a hold of Death Squad.
My brother Chico's in the house. He's working on you. Don't worry about it. We got a handle.
No, I'm waiting for it to go on sale. I'll buy a couple. I got a few guys out here right now will buy one because of the fact that you can sit up and
he's gonna send you one. At least he was. So you better be nice to him.
He's a brother from another mother. McKenna.
Yeah. Hell, I got this for my birthday.
A noise for life.
Isn't that crazy? I was like, "Are you sure?"
Is that a spur mount?
Yeah.
What?
Remember I was telling you I needed a mount?
Yeah.
Remember we were talking about last week? And he's like, you know what? I'm going to give you something that you need.
Damn.
I'm like, no shit. And sure as shit, he came and visited me. We had lunch the other day, and he's like, here you go, man. Happy birthday. I was like, what the hell? Oh, and this is the new lever, since we're kind of on it. What's up, Chico?
What's up, Chico?
Chico's out there. Chico's been primers. So this is the new model, Kenny. So you'll see this, and they actually have the Picatinny, the Arca, or the Swiss. Not this one, but there's another one just like this one, similar, little different throw here, this arm. But so you can go from basically tight to half open, where it'll slide up and down the Arca Swiss rail.
Okay.
And then you can run it all the way like this, and then you can take it off.
Yeah, just be able to slap it off if you need to.
Yep. So they got rid of the second pan, which would have been here originally. I'm like, yeah, the second pan, there's too much shit going on. And then he's got some other cool stuff that he has coming out. So
nice.
It's going to be cool. 2 legs are so 2019 plus 5. I don't mind prepayment for the goods. Yeah, Levi it should be coming out fairly soon. He's waiting on some stuff. And then I think he's still going to do kind of the first certain amount of batch is going to get some free stuff with it, basically, which will be really cool, a good savings. And be on the lookout for that. We need to talk a little bit more on what exactly he wants.
Yeah. Well, that would have helped out the other day. We were out there yoke calling, coyote hunting, and we had a freaking tarantula. Yeah, we had a tarantula crawl up in our backpack. Scared the hell out of me, dude. So
I do not like monster spiders. I don't mind spiders, but when they weigh as much as they do.
Well, that was the thing, man. I felt something like it was like tugging on my shirt. So I'm like, what the hell is that? That was like a few minutes prior. And I'm sitting there looking down. I'm using my red flashlight, seeing if I see any I-beam pop up, and all of a sudden I just see this arm go right in front of me like this. Freaking big ass tarantula right here. It scared the hell out of me, dude.
I would have freaked out. Okay,
Dirt Road had a question.
Who did?
Dirt Road, but he never asked it. I think he was waiting. And then DW asked why I don't like integral suppressors. I do, and I've played around with them a lot. I've reviewed a couple on the channel, like the Innovative Arms on the CZ Scorpion, the HK MP5SD. But we played around and actually built one for the old it was 300 Blackout. It was a bolt gun, and we did an over-the-barrel suppressor integral. But I don't know. I mean, they're fun, but most people aren't into them.
We got let me see. So Dirt Road asked a question. Let me see if I can scroll off real quick. Where is it at? I have a question. He keeps saying. Let me see. I'm scrolling. While we're doing
yes,
that,
I have a great question. So it's coming.
Oh, he just has an.
Have a great. Yeah, go ahead and ask.
The while we're waiting for the great question, TB, just so you guys know, this guy right here, Timmy, had he had purchased 2 extra hats. We're going to be giving them away when I ever make it to North Carolina on some live chat. So be on the lookout for that. So that'll be pretty cool. We got actually I got the list right here. So we're pretty much empty, not much left, and I'll be sending those pretty soon. Switchback. Oh yeah, Chico Wise, just so you know, got a switchback. So they have a silencer shop, and he's finally going to be a suppressor shooting some bitch pretty soon.
Yeah, he was hunting for one for a while. I think he's been itching for one.
Yeah.
Congrats, Chico.
Best
Dirt Road
love
answered his
that,
question.
dude.
And I'm not going to touch that with a 10-foot pole.
Where's it at?
He says it's for the audience. He says, is X-Ring's daughter a better shot than you?
Me? Yeah.
I'm going to let you answer that. I'm not answering it, but she can hold her own.
She can shoot well. She's getting better by the day.
Fast.
She's not fast.
It's not about fast right now, but as far as accuracy, yeah, that girl can hit her targets almost every time.
Yeah. She hasn't been I don't know what the word would be. She's got some skills. There you go. She's got skills, the multiplying. All right. Yes, Dirt Road. That is the answer. I'd let her win. Not on purpose. I mean, if she won, hell yeah. We'll see at the 1 mile.
Thomas Rowland, good question. He goes, if he doesn't win, he wants to buy one. And what does it take to get one of my hats? That is very tough. There's only been like 12 ever given away. I don't sell them. It's just the way it is.
We should make patches for range bags. That'd be cool.
Yeah, I might do some more hats. I don't know. I wanted to be something. Well, you guys know how I feel about that stuff, and nothing wrong with it or anything else. I just I made a small run of them, and somebody asked like a really, really good question or something that's thought provoking. Then I'm usually like,
What would have happened? No, it ain't froze up.
Yep,
you know
my
what?
battery's dying too. Hold on.
Who just won that? Thomas did?
I need charge.
Hey, Thomas, tell you what. Hey, real quick before
you locked up, dude.
Battery.
My battery dies. Thomas, if you email me, it is yours. Email me at the xringchannel@gmail.com. Just send me your name and address, and I will give it to you.
Got the comments. Rick, what would be better? 2 to 3 6mm mortar rounds or 1 80mm mortar round for home defense? Well, you might have more than one intruder, so I would go with the 2 or 3 60mm mortars, just so you have options.
There it is. Big.
Rick's
Plus
the
5 talking about everybody's stickers.
Look at that sticker right there. Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. So I got everybody that has YouTube channels on here, so we got a sticker on here. It goes on this little cabinet, gets on my videos.
Yeah, he doesn't even know what a sticker is, so he doesn't have any of those yet.
Yeah, I don't even have one, so. Oh no. Osprey.
Oh, he gone.
Oh, he going.
He's
gone.
Yeah,
here. Hey, there's this flashy one too, man. I don't know if you ever seen this one here.
Which one?
What's that? This green one is kind of chrome like.
That's a Chico, isn't it?
That's a Chico Wise.
That's a Chico.
All bling blingage. That's an awesome sticker. I think Chico, whoever made that one's sick.
I want a puppy-sized lizard. That's like a half dinosaur, Abigail.
Yeah.
I got
I'm
a
gonna
Tim
make
Davis. I got a Tim Davis sticker. Actually, it's the other Tim Davis sticker at the house.
right.
Is it
Yeah.
safe to unplug an electric shorted, or wet appliance by cord or plug without getting electrocuted? I would go to the breaker, honestly, because you got more than just the plug, right? So you got. Let's see. Let me read the question again before I
Yeah.
make myself.
Dude, just right there. All right, let's do that.
Just
220, yeah. Just
is it safe?
220, yeah, 220 to 21, whatever works.
Or wet appliance by cord. Well, it depends what you're wearing too. If you're standing in a puddle with no rubber boots on, it's going to be a little bit different than if you did.
Yep.
You can always go to the breaker, though. You can always go to the breaker, unless that's where it's at. Now, then you could go to the outside main panel, I guess. Sticker Mule, yeah, the holographic stickers. Sticker Mule, actually. I just mailed.
Well, when I finally get my house built and I got that room set up, I'm gonna have like a mural, everybody's stickers and stuff on there. So
This is all I have left from the. I think about 200 or something of these. Did you ever get one of these, Kenny? The shoot him in the face ones?
no.
You didn't get one of those? Did I give you the stickers when we were at Iraq Veteran 8888?
Yeah, dude. All I got was your 6 sticker, and you told me you were going to send some stuff over.
Shut up. Was that true or no? I don't know.
Yeah.
I actually had to mail one off today. Someone had wanted one, and I'm like, holy shit, I forgot about that.
I'll buy a hat. I'm freaking getting too tan out here.
What's that?
I'll buy a hat. I'm starting to get too tan out here. I got people speaking Spanish to me now. No, legitly, dude. I'm like, what the hell? I know Spanish a little bit, but damn, it's pretty funny.
You're a Korean Spanish guy now.
Yeah. Well, we have a checkpoint over here, so we always got to stop, and the dudes over there start speaking Spanish to me. So I just reply back in English what I know.
Yeah, and it depends if you have a GFI breaker in between it, Shaggy. Or the Shaggy had a good answer. Let's see. I'd imagine it would be like pouring beer down someone's bass.
You know, I have a funny story. I used to be on a traveling construction gang. I had a guy. His name's Howdy. I call him. He looks like Howdy Doodah. So I told him, he's like, I need to piss so bad. I told him, go piss in that fence over there.
Howdy Doody?
Yeah, Howdy Doody. Yeah.
Okay.
So he was pissing on his cattle fence. It was electrified cattle fence. It took a while. It took like 3 seconds. And you just see him jump.
Yeah, that's not a good spot. You want to be.
The funny part, man, is he landed on his ass, and there's a freaking armadillo right next to him. That was like, so he couldn't get his pants back up. He was kept falling over. Oh, dude, it was just hilarious. I wish I had it on film, man.
That would have been. Yeah, you'd be a millionaire if you had that on film.
Oh yeah, he was getting chased by an armadillo after getting shocked.
All right, Kenny, you got anything to tell these great people out there?
No, I've got videos coming up. I got a 500 Smith & Wesson, so do some wrist breaker rounds.
Oh, I cringe every time I watch those videos.
No, dude. So I got a big old. Where is this damn thing? So I still do cast lead shooting. These are hollow points, big old 50 cals, gas check.
Man, big, so
380 grain. I got some milk jugs. We'll do some power loads. So go back to the cast roots. I have a Schmidt Rubin, good old school paper patch. Schmidt Rubin. This is a 7.5 by 53 or 51.
Now tell us more about that. I'm not familiar with that. Is that actually paper?
Yeah, that's real paper. That's onion skin paper. Authentic onion skin paper. It's cotton. It's basically like 95% cotton. back in the day, this was the first full metal jacket. Well, it wasn't metal, but this is what they used to wrap the bullets out of. So,
wow, that's interesting. And
yeah, some old school stuff.
Wow.
Old school.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Keeping it interesting, not all about precision rifle and super long range shooting. However, it is long range shooting, just with some classic rifles.
Yeah, Armament Naxxes. Chris says, so cool, Kenny. Paper patch, old school.
Hell yeah. Yeah, going back to some roots there.
Thomas wants to know what Ray's email is. It's thexring@gmail.com. It's the X-Ring channel at gmail.com. You can actually go to his channel and click about, I think. Is it about, Kenny? And you can find their email.
Yeah, he'll be. I think his is there. Last I checked.
So congratulations, Thomas. Yeah, but I got 2 I'll be giving out, so that's pretty cool. Depending on which ones, there's a few other ones that people are buying. A lot of the camo ones with the skulls, that's been the most popular one. And then I don't know if Richard Hedges out there still. Got in 45 auto. They're doing the camo with the 6 on it. We got Joaquin Jack Nava with the skull.
Yeah, are these for purchase or?
Yeah, I'm running. I wouldn't call it a limited edition, but I ordered 16 hats. 12 of them are camo. The multi-cam with the thing on it. You might have seen it on a different video.
Yeah, I saw it in live chat. Yeah.
But yeah, I'm selling those. They're $21. That's about, between all the engraving, or not the engraving, with all the stitching to make the patch, and then for them to put the patch on it and all that. So $21, which is a decent price for a hat. And then kind of depends on where you live and how cheap. I ordered boxes, so I'm trying to find out. I think it's going to be a little bit cheaper than using the postal box, the square one, 7x7 box.
Check out me and be putting out some ads, but pirateship.com. Sign up for them, dude. You get like 60% off on USPS shipping. It's free.
Really? What's it called?
Yeah. Pirateship.com. Literally pirate ship.
But do you have to have like a machine that spits out the things or what?
No, you just print it out, and if you got tape, just friggin' scotch tape.
Oh, I see what you're saying.
Yeah,
but you have to know how much it weighs, right? Oh, that's fine. I actually got one. Yeah. I got a scale that can do that. Yeah. Cool. Maybe that'll save some price. Yeah, because it's just plus whatever the shipping is, depending on how far I got to send it out, and then they just basically PayPal me, and away we go. So, Measuring Grains is here. What's going on? The riffraff is all here. I see. Yeah, we're supposed to have ended this 22 minutes ago, but me and Kenny, we like BS and having fun.
It's all about having fun. That's all our channels are about.
And I still got this much tea left, which is really just liquid water that's been sitting in the bags. So all the sugar, the good stuff's out of it already.
It's funny, man.
Custom patches made.
We had a derailment the other day, man, and that was the only thing that got me through, dude. I took a tea bag and I used it as a snuff. That was the only thing that kept me awake. I spent 22 hours straight working, digging trenches, wiring. Yeah, dude. Friggin' when the tea bag was all done, I opened it up and put some of our railroad coffee grinds in there. That's what kept me awake, man.
TV asked when I get back from work. When do you have to get back to work when you get to North Carolina? TB, so the answer is like I fly home the 19th, which is a wasted day, right? And then I fly back to work on the 3rd of September. So I have 16 days off, but I use 2 of them for flying. So if you were to ask me what my schedule is, it's 8 on, 16 off. That's how that works. Let's see. Kenny, Shaggy Rifleman, God bless. Other than that, I'll get mentally spiritual set. Rough roads ahead. Yeah, we'll see what happens. It's going to get a little crazy before it gets better, I think. But With that said, we should get out of here.
Yeah. I'm just gonna put it out there. Don't dwell on the negative. Be a positive person. You'll love life a lot better.
That's right. Have fun. Try to shoot every day, even though it's highly unlikely. But we can always wish, right? EvergladesAmmo.com. Great prices and free shipping on a lot of bulk like MOS. Yeah. What the hell, Conservative Server? Are you guys still going? Yeah, we're actually ending it, brother. Let's see.
Big. Join now.
That's cool. I need to get up with you on the 31. On the 31. 31st? Oh, there's no 31st in August, is there? Yeah. Copy that. Join that.
Chico.
What?
Chico, he's hitting A.
I'll
hit Chico to see if he's heading over to IV 8888 this year. I think he said he was.
Yeah. Do you have the dates?
Yeah, I got it saved.
I actually texted Brandy, not texted her, but put it on the link, but I never got an answer back. So.
No, she's got you. I'm pretty sure she got you. Whoever came last year, they're going to automatically get invites. So.
No, I got the invite, but the damn dates, I can't find the date. I think I'm working is the problem, so I won't be there.
I'm going to be short on vacation if I take this PRS match. So.
Priorities, what are they? Dun, dun.
Right. Shoot automatics or shoot a PRS match? I don't know.
I'd shoot the PRS match because.
Yeah, I need to get some stuff behind me. That way, I get experience.
Tim Davis, you got to go to. I think it's IV8888 Range Day something on Facebook or something. Then you got to fill out a deal. Tell them like you're a YouTuber or whatever the case is. But they do not. If you're a small channel. They do not care. They actually like having the small channels there. Great people, man. Yep. Eric's really cool. Brandy's really cool. Chad's really cool. Those guys are all really, really nice. Hell, everybody there was great. Are you? Once you figure out if you're going, do you know the date? Did you look or no?
I could look again. I squirreled. It's my 88 right there.
Are you objected?
Yeah.
The only reason I asked is I was pretty hoping I could go, but I don't know when it is. Is it in October? I hope it ain't in October. It is in October?
Yeah, I'll give you the date right now.
Shit, I'm shooting all over the United States in October. That's not going to be good. Everything.
It's going to be a Strong Point Shooting Complex in Waverly Hall, Georgia. It is. You can register between today and this 18th. It's going to be. Oh, come on. Where's the date? October 3rd to the 4th.
Yeah. I worked the 3rd and 4th.
Son of a bitch.
Some beach. Maybe I could fly home. Maybe I could fly to Georgia.
Georgia.
We're
only like 30 minutes away from the airport, I believe. Yep, northeast of Columbus.
I put an X on the 2 days, so at least I know now. I'll look into it. Man, it is hot in here. What the hell? Someone turned the AC off or something. All right, we got to get the hell out of here. All right, everybody, we're going to start a new chat. Welcome back, everyone. Is your six covered? No, I'm just kidding. I'm going brain dead. All right, Kenny, it was a pleasure, my friend.
Always, man. It's always having fun on this channel, man. Thanks for the invite.
Anytime. You guys take care. Stay safe. Glad to see you guys all out here. We still got 45 watching, which is pretty crazy because we've been yapping for almost 2.5 damn hours. So stay safe. See you on the next video and look forward to some shooting of the new rifle coming up that Kenny over at Desert Precision Gunworks has built. And I'm going to be taking it out to the mile along with the TAC 3A1 hut height. All right, see you guys.